would have been something to talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out Petrifying Pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll...
What the fuck is this? Why am I not saying that? Here we are. We are live, Muzz, I think.
All right,
Test. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Can we get an
we're
audio
going.
test? You may notice
How are we sounding?
while we're speaking and while the test is tested out, we're missing a jackpot. He will show up at some stage, around 15 minutes from now, maybe. And when he pops in, it's going to mess up Muzz's camera, so I'm going to have to readjust that. That's just how it works. I got a bootleg system. Roy and Donnie both saying the test is good. We also have LSB in there shaking his head as well. So, how's it going, everyone? Hope you're keeping well in the chat as we start episode 62 of Touch and Tips.
62.
This one may be more of an interesting one because we're going to be ranking all of our, favorite, or most anticipated, I should say, PSVR2 titles that are yet to release that we know about and that are confirmed coming to PSVR2. We'll leave that to the end. We're going to wait for Jackpot to get his booty in before we start on that. But anyway, Muzz, I've been talking for too long. How you been?
Doing good. How's it going, everybody in chat?
All right, glad to hear us.
Not too.
Jackpot's there doing the test. Was Jackpot taken by the same people that took Frank? Yes, he works for Strange Games now. He's part of that Honor and Lucy. He's adding the textures and the reflections into that game.
He mainly just shows up late all the time still.
He's fired. He's fired already. Roy Schwartz says, seems February is stacked. I don't know what I said that. But, I mean, we don't have an awful lot to talk about. So the struggle here now is going to be keep talking for long enough to get Jackpot in here so we can start doing the tier list thing. Boss, Muzz, if you're ready,
Yes.
should we start, or do you have anything else you want to say before we get into it? Like, what have you been playing? Anything maybe different since you were on Horizon last? We were talking. Did you complete that or?
Not yet. I've been delayed, but I'm off the next 2 days, so I plan to get Horizon done. Finally going to start Propagation Paradise Hotel, and then maybe I will start Resident Evil 4.
Nice. That's
the plan.
That's quite a list of games you have there to look forward to.
Should I stream Resident Evil 4?
You should stream everything. You should stream everything.
I should.
But really, if you're streaming it, then it's like it's a long one. You have to commit to like a whole series of Resident Evil 4 streams.
But I mean,
you should definitely do Propagation. Definitely to start Propagation first, because that's a shorter game. Maybe you can get that done in like 2 or 3 streams. Plus, it's like spooky.
I kind of wanted to start on a big one though, like
Resident Evil 4
would be like the first one,
Yeah.
or maybe I'll just play that first and then play Propagation.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think mainly it would be good for me if I was like, it would get me playing games more. I think if I was streaming, it would like kind of force me to like, okay, I'll play for this long tonight instead of like, I don't want to get around to it.
Okay, I didn't know you had ambitions for streaming, Muzz, so this is interesting.
I was planning to eventually, just too much work. So if I can cut down on one area, and I can start doing
the job. It's time for Amanda to start supporting you in your dream of streaming PSVR2 games. That's what I've been saying to my woman all the time. She's been very ignorant and stubborn about it, but I'll break her down eventually. She needs
just
to get
simply
a third
get a job where you
make
get a job where you make 50 grand a year. That's all.
I keep telling her, get on OnlyFans, get them fees out. There's money to be made.
There's some people on Discord that really want those fees, apparently, in our chat.
Yeah, not her specifically, but just fees in general. Jeremiah says Contractors Showdown best top this list. I don't think Contractors Showdown is on this list, and I'll tell you why, Jeremiah. It's because it's not 100% confirmed to be coming to PSVR 2. I think. Now, I got this list from Reddit. There's a pinned thing on Reddit. It's like a calendar, PSVR 2 calendar. You can go see it. It's like the first thing you see when you go to the r/PSVR 2. And I think the rules for that list is that it has to be confirmed for PSVR 2. It can't be... Because I think what they said for Contractors is that it's coming to all major headsets, which you would imagine is PSVR 2. But unless they say it, there's an element of doubt there or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though it probably will come to PSVR 2. But when it does get confirmed, and we can revisit this in a year or 6 months or whatever when we have like more games to talk about. Anyway, Black Tiger says hello in my Mrs. Doubtfire / Browns voice. I know Mrs. Doubtfire, but who's Browns? Do you know who that is?
No, I don't.
Hello. That's Doubtfire, but I don't know who Brown. I assume it's like a Scottish person. Anyway, Donnie says, every time I stream, the same thing happens. Like when I'm in your stream, my audio goes away, but you can hear everyone else when you're streaming. All right, so I don't know what's going on. You got weird bugs going on. And you were riddled in Firewall Ultra too. Something's going on with you, Donnie. In Walkabout Mini Golf, you're riddled with bugs and glitches, and in Firewall, bugs and glitches, and your controllers are bugging out and glitching out. You got something going on with you, Donnie. I don't know what it is, but get an exorcist or something.
His PlayStation's possessed.
It is.
That's him. Yeah.
Jeremiah says they've been squirrely, even in their Discord. There you go. So unless they can actually say it, I can't add them to this list.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could. Sorry, Mus, go on.
I was just mentioning to Pumpkins before the stream starts. Did any of you guys see that Star Wars Battlefront mod that you can get on Contractors? Looks pretty damn awesome. Whole Battlefront game.
From what I understand, like Contractors Showdown is a separate game from Contractors. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I'm just talking about the regular Contract.
Okay. Donnie says Sony hates me. Somebody hates you, Donnie. You've got awful bad luck. And War Room says howdy. Nice to see you, War Room. Nice to see everybody. So let's jump into the first topic, shall we?
Yeah.
It is Bulletstorm VR, which I had a chance to play because I got a review copy, and I streamed it. So you saw everything I played. I had a hard time recommending it. You know.
Yeah.
Muzz, did you watch any of that?
Yeah, it didn't look great.
And you know what as well? I watched Ian Higton play it on Eurogamer, and I was like, okay, it'd be interesting to see what he thinks about it. And he got that same section I was on with like the big wheel thing is chasing you. It's like a big set piece, and you're on the tram, and his gun was going in the air too. So I was like, I thought at the time it was like maybe a tracking issue or something I was having, but no, it's a specific issue in the game where your gun just goes mental. You cannot aimlessly get like the minigun section.
Yeah. It takes you out of that big set piece. Like it's like supposed to be like the big impressive, cool, like the visuals and the scope and everything.
And even though the visuals aren't
doing this weird.
The visuals are not impressive in this game, you would say. And I kind of looked up footage as well of the PS3 version afterwards, because like maybe it did look like this back in the PS3. But when I looked at the footage, like the PS3 version looks way better than
really?
this.
I didn't even do that. I didn't even like take a look at the old footage of the PlayStation 3.
I haven't said that. Sorry, go on.
So, like, do you think it looks? Is it hard to compare though? Like, because you're looking at it through a VR as opposed to like a flat screen.
Maybe, but like it just didn't like it has like a blurry kind of a look going on inside the headset, whereas it looked way sharper even on PS3, and PS3 was probably like 480p or some shit. And
it would have been sharper probably.
Just like the HUD and everything looked way smoother, you know, and like the gun animation, everything looked more solid and stuff. Whereas in the game, everything's like kind of floaty and cardboardy kind of a feel to it. However,
well, you know, maybe PlayStation 5 and VR2 would maybe get to the point where it can run, you know, powerful PS3 stuff eventually.
Yeah, well, if they were using like foveas and rendering and shit like that, I'm sure. Like just the fact that this game is like also running natively on Quest and stuff like that, so they just ported that straight to PSVR2. I don't think they took real advantage of the hardware itself, which is, you know, maybe some of the crux of the problem. Anyways, as much negatives as I do have to say about the game, there is positives. There is fun to be had. There's like some over-the-top action and, you know, cool enough, like alternate, like all the weapons you get all have like an alternate kind of fire thing going on. There's a bit of variety there. And then you play as these like VR exclusive missions where you're the lady character in the game, and she's got like the lightsabers basically, and you're going around and you can slice people in half, and I mean it's completely overpowered. I was playing on normal difficulty, and did I die once? I think I died once when I got stuck or something. I think it might have been when my gun was stuck in the air and I couldn't shoot properly. So it wasn't my fault, but the game was way too easy as well. Anyway, with all that said, sorry.
It looks repetitive, doesn't it? It seems like the combat just seems just like over and over again. You're doing the same thing, like kick, shoot them up in the air.
Yeah, do the whip. They die. The whip thing is like the main gimmick in the game, where you can, and like they're in slow motion, so you can kind of do shit to them then. But there is like environmental shit that you're like supposed to be kicking them into, you know, to get different type of like Tony Hawk trick shot kills or whatever, and that boosts your rating. But none of the unlocks, like all the stuff, all these points you're trying to earn to get unlocks. Like none of the unlocks felt necessary. I already felt like I was, at my physical peak at the start of the game, so there wasn't really anything I wanted or cared about getting. But anyway, there was an interesting situation where it got pulled from the Japanese and Korean stores by PlayStation, where people were like, oh shit, the game is so bad that, Sony are pulling us and people are getting refunds and all this kind of shit. But the real reason was because of like a rating issue. So that's why it was pulled from there. So maybe don't believe the lies. Well, not lies, but the misinterpretations of what happened there. However, there is plenty of issues, and the developers, Incuvo, I believe they're called, they put out a statement on Twitter where they're like, we hear you, there's a ton of issues, we're trying to triage all these specific issues going on and improve us, and we're committed to making Bulletstorm VR the best, thing it can be, the most kick-ass, the most cock-kicking game it can be, or whatever kind of language they use, because they use the same language in their social media accounts. But yeah. So I've deleted it. I don't really want to come back to it unless a big patch comes out and like fixes A, B, C, and D.
Like, wouldn't the game have been like cooler if it had co-op? Like, what couldn't they have done co-op in this game? Like, just somehow work it in.
100%. Or like just do a spin-off where it was built around VR. And like if you're going to get the Bulletstorm IP, and let's be honest as well, like is the Bulletstorm IP, like I think we talked about that, I don't know if it was you or Jackpot who said it was probably like the cheapest one they could get that was like recognizable.
Yeah, something like that. Like it's like you're never gonna get Gears of War, which everybody would die to play in VR. So let's just get this like weird, ugly cousin of Gears of War and make this the VR game that everybody wants to play.
Because people have been describing as the beloved PS3 360 shooter Bulletstorm VR, but I don't think it was ever really beloved. I'm sure some people are like 8 out of 10 maybe or something. I actually never looked up the Metacritic score, but it never really, like, even at the time I remember looking at it and being like, I'm not too interested in that, so I'll go back to my Uncharted or whatever the hell I was playing back then.
And my gaming circle at the time, like none of my friends were interested in whatsoever. And that's back when I had an Xbox 360, I believe. Like I was an Xbox player. I'm pretty sure when this came out.
There you go. So I mean,
or maybe I had both. I had Xbox and PlayStation 3 maybe at that point, because eventually I got a PlayStation 3 once like it started taking off. But for a while there, I was just all Xbox, and I played all the Gears of War games back then, and those were awesome. And imagine Gears of War in VR. Oh, that'd be great. The chainsaw guns.
If only Xbox never kind of backed away from their promise of VR,
Yeah.
Remember Scorpio was coming out, high fidelity VR was like one of the bullet points. And then after it launched, when people who bought it, maybe some people out there bought it specifically for VR, they're like, actually, you know what? Nobody wants VR on console. It's a PC only thing. Goodbye.
Yeah.
No refunds. Goodbye. Donnie says GT, who is gamertag by the way, check him out if you haven't already. Said that he don't think he ever came close to death in Bulletstorm. The only time it happened to me was because of, like I said, that glitch or bug or whatever you call it. And
the same one that you were talking about with the big wheel was chasing you.
Yes,
and like
yeah, because these helicopter things start shooting you, and like your screen starts going red, but like it lets you. It's so generous with how much red it lets you build up before you die. Like so, like you're getting blasted by a minigun for like a minute straight before you die. Anyway, Donnie says yes, I think co-op should have been an option since it's such an old port. Yeah, now obviously, just adding co-op into a game that's like single player is probably not the easiest thing to do. You might have to like readjust certain fundamental things or whatever. But
I'm less lax on that statement, because of how I see all the amazing things like single people doing mods can do.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just like if studios like want to, they can do this shit. Like they just seem to half-ass it. Like, well, not all of them, obviously. Like Capcom and like other ones are like putting out gold, but I just need studios to like start. Like, why can't studios like have the same level of quality as like modders? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
I don't know.
Modders are overshadowing like the gaming companies.
The only thing I'll say to like in their defense kind of a way is like they know that Quest is where the money is, so Quest has to be the base. So everything has to be make sure it runs on a Quest first, and then whatever else can run on other headsets. If PSVR2 was the dominant headset, maybe we would have seen co-op, or maybe we would have seen like a way cooler kind of experience, or
or better visuals, like upgraded.
At least.
If they start on Quest 3 first and then they bring it over eventually to VR2, it's their choice whether it's just a straight port and it looks exactly the same, or do they take like resources and money to try to upgrade it to the PlayStation VR2?
Yeah.
Like, and is that worth their time? If it's not going to sell enough, then it's like a gamble. So yeah, I understand that part as well.
And to keep in mind as well that I don't think, from what we've heard, PSVR2 hasn't sold that much. So they're probably thinking, listen, we'll just straight port over. It's not going to be worth our time to go for the crazy enhancements. And of course, PC viewer as well is also not in a great spot in terms of like sales. It's good in terms of mods, obviously. But yeah, that's it. Bulletstorm kind of a flop, and kind of we can add it to the pile of like, I don't know how many games, but it feels like a lot of these kind of releasing in unfinished states, or like wonky ports for PSVR 2, or it's like, it's really it's getting hard to trust these games. And you think with Bulletstorm is like such a big, it's obviously not such a big IP, but it's a known IP. You think you could kind of rely on that one to at least be smooth,
And they've been working on it a while too. Like, this game has been announced like a long time ago, and it was delayed too. Yeah, they delayed it. So like, okay, maybe they're delaying it just to rough out like some bugs that they found, but no, apparently not. I don't know what the delay was for.
Maybe they did. Maybe it was awful before.
Yeah, imagine seeing before they delayed it. Jeez,
that's the scary thing. That's the scary thing. Let me catch up on some comments. Let me see. Jeremiah says, they have been talking about co-op in Green Hell for almost 2 years now. These guys do not move very fast. Well, in fairness to Green Hell, I feel like that's like a really small... Oh, wait, they're in Kuvo too, actually, aren't they? I think Green Hell is the same fucking studio.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe same publisher. I can't remember which.
I think it is the same name.
In Kuvo, yeah, that rings a bell. But yeah. There you go.
All right, so maybe it's not as big as a team as I was.
Well, yeah, it could be a small team. But still, don't bite off more than you can chew as well at the same time. LSB says, I'm late. Where the hell is Mother Jackbot? He's running late himself. He had a meeting at Stoners Anonymous SA, and he will be here in maybe 10 minutes from now, or maybe 5. I don't know. I wasn't keeping track of the time. But when he does pop in, you'll know, because Muzz's face will just disappear and I'll have to readjust that, and that'll be stressful for me.
I will vanish and he'll be sweating profusely trying to figure it out really quickly.
Ace Diaz is there. He says, It's Honor and Doozy. It's out yet. It is out. And that'll be our next topic. We'll get to that in just a second. LSB says, who cuts your hair, PP? A local barber called Wilson's. Ace Diaz says, nice. Oh, never mind, not just me. Do I just join, says Jackpot? Yes, just join. He's there in the chat, apparently. Just hop on in. It should be open to you, I think. Ace Diaz says, that's going to be a hit. Okay, interesting. You think Honor Doozy is going to be a hit? And Donnie says, at Muzz, I agree with you about the devs maybe not putting in their all. And Massey Fat Batcat says VR is having a stinker year. Well, are you talking January? When you say VR is having a stinker year, do you mean like 20 days ago?
2024, like the start of this year.
Yeah. Mick is here. Movie Master Mick, nice to see you. Evening, gents. Get your arses on D-Day. Proper shits and giggles. And Butchered Storm VR, more like. There you go, Mick. Hopefully a patch will come out and fix up Bulletstorm, and we can recommend this, but until such a time, can't be done.
It just doesn't, even if it got fixed, honestly, like even if it ran smooth and no glitches, and even if it had like some better visuals and textures to it, the gameplay itself just doesn't look like fun to do for a long time.
Audio and the game as well is kind of really flat.
How long was it? Did you beat it, or you didn't?
Oh no, I streamed it for 2 hours, and I have no idea how far into the campaign I am. I could still be early. I don't know.
I think it's a pretty long game, but I mean, like it has like I know there's some big set pieces because you saw like in the trailers and stuff, like the giant monster that's like going through the city that you're shooting and it's like destroying buildings, which that would be kind of cool to see in VR. But I mean, even with the muddy textures, it would be kind of cool. But like just like the moment to moment gameplay, it just seems repetitive to me. Like I just don't know if that would be interesting. And like the older style of gameplay, like the PS3, like the whole, like you can cut things in half, but like it's not like gory or anything. It just looks like you cut them in half and then it's just like a pink, like a flat pink, like a texture, like there's no blood or anything, and it's just like, oh well,
it's like a Lego man, you know, you just clip them in half and that's where they break apart in that one specific spot. I just want to say as well, by the way, in case the stream just abruptly ends, there is a storm going on here, so there's a chance that the power could cut out. If that happens, there's nothing I can do about that, but at least you'll know what happened. Just because the lights kind of flickered a little bit there, it's like, oh.
Did you think of saying that just because Ace Diaz said that it should be called Crappy Storm? Is that why Ace remembered to say that?
No, it's just because the light flickered. Just because, and you think we've been talking about Bulletstorm for like a half hour now, you think I would have copped on. But no.
I just saw as soon as I read Ace Diaz's comment about it should have been called Crappy Storm, and then like 2 seconds later you've said that, so I thought, oh, maybe you saw that, saw that and realized.
Nick says Bulletstorm on the Switch was way more fun than the viewer version. How did they cock it up so bad? I'm guessing did you get it, Mick, in VR? And Jeremiah says Incuvo employs nearly 50 people that apparently work for 10 minutes a day. I don't know about that. But obviously they must have different teams because they're still working on Green Hell and then they're doing this as well. So maybe it's not all 50 people working on the one thing at the same time. Although maybe it should be. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we got to fix.
Get to work.
Now we got to fix panic time. Panic stations.
Fix it. Hold on, I got to activate
my... I'll just shrink down. Maybe I can get into the shop.
You're there. Don't worry. I got you. Oh. And there's Jackpot. There he is. Look at him.
On time, like always.
On time, yeah.
Hey, you were to your word. 20 minutes late, so.
You see? Real 20 minutes.
20, actually 25.
I was
actually
here,
27.
like
27 minutes.
No.
You said 20 minutes. That was 27 minutes ago. I just want to point that out.
No.
You have 7 minutes over time.
5:23.
But we start 5 minutes beforehand, remember.
We're still on the first topic, Jack.
Yeah, we slowed it down for you. We're just talking about Bulletstorm and how it wasn't great.
No one's impressed with Bulletstorm.
All right, but what about people who are impressed with Honor and Doozy D-Day Enhanced Edition? Because that shit just launched today on PSN. Keep in mind, if you want to get this, it's actually kind of complicated. I find this game like the hardest game ever to access on the PlayStation Store, because there's like a beta version, there's a PS4 version, and then there's 3 editions that you can buy. You have to go to like the ... thing, because by default it brings me to the beta. So if you hit the ... symbol for more options, you have to find like standard edition or whatever, and then you click on that, and then it brings you the actual game that you want to get. So it's like €15 for the standard edition. However, if you already owned the original on PSVR1, you can get it for free. Do you own us already, by the way?
I do, and I'm going to download it for free after the stream, and I'm going to try it out.
Nice. And
I got to check, but I'm pretty sure. I mean, I played it before. That means I have it, right?
You played the beta. You played the beta, didn't you?
Yeah. If you can download the beta, and you were playing that for free. But did you own it on PlayStation, the VR1?
Actually, I think I did. I think I do own it. Yeah.
I was certain I owned it on PSVR1 too, but apparently I didn't, because it's like saying the option I have to pay for it. So was there different versions on PSVR? Was there 2 Honor and Juicy D-Days? Or like 2 Honor and Juicies or something? Maybe I got a different Honor and Juicy, because maybe this was like a second version. Maybe it was like arcade edition or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think there was. They had 2 different games. The first one didn't do like. The first one wasn't the same, and then they had the D-Day was like the one where it opened up into like a Battlefield style.
Okay, that must be
right.
I must have got the other one. The smaller,
the crappy one.
Yeah,
you got the crappy bad one. Too bad for you.
So, Donnie's. Oh no, that's not for us. Test is still good, so Jackpot's coming in good. Thank you for letting us know. Donnie SDS says, "Muzz, you have the smallest name from all the streamers."
Yeah, keep it simple.
3 letters. 3 is all you need. It's not the size, it's the motion of the ocean or something.
It's how you use it.
Donnie is hyped for D-Day. Mick says do it via the mobile app. Yes, if you do it via the mobile app, it's way easier. But just in case you don't know, you can still do it from the PlayStation, but it's just awkward. LSB says, do you think if D-Day was on Quest platforms, you would even be talking about it? Bulletstorm is on Quest, and we talked about that.
I think you meant only on Quest.
If it was only on Quest, then no, obviously not.
Because
I don't talk about Quest as a PSVR2 podcast, so it would defeat the purpose. Unless there was like speculation that it might come to PSVR2, maybe then. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up, the game is out now. I told you the price already. There is extra editions you can get for like weapon skins and stuff for like €20, and then the other one is like €25, I think. But I've only seen one review of it so far from Jammy Hero on YouTube. I don't know. I know Muzz, you're aware of Jammy Hero, but Jack, but I don't know if you've heard of him before.
He's a good guy. Check him out.
I maybe have seen him before,
Yeah,
but I'm really bad at remembering names.
yeah. You might have seen his thumbnails and stuff.
He's a British guy.
Yeah.
Young guy.
He does a good job. But I kind of skimmed through his video where he kind of gave. Well, I think he called it a review, even though it was like based on the, that early kind of preview window they had there at Saturday for like.
And I missed it.
And shit, which I missed.
Yeah, it's the first one that I missed. I did all the other betas, and I was going to do this one, and it totally slipped my mind.
Yeah, but he was kind of like he's saying it was fun but janky, basically, which is kind of how I already felt about it from the bases.
But janky's
all right as long as it's not broken.
Janky's it's kind of like a tricky word, at least for me, because janky can be sucks, or it can be not a big deal, or it can make the game more fun. So I don't know. I did hear that the vehicles are a little bit floaty.
Yeah, but I don't know if they fixed those since the last beta. There's like a lot of questions I have as well, and namely, I know the big selling point of this game is 64 players. Biggest kind of player count you can get on PSVR2. But how will that stay populated? That's kind of the worry I have about that.
Yeah, because there's no bot mode and there's no single player mode. So if the player count's not there, then you really can't do anything with the game. You're just kind of sitting there waiting for lobbies to populate, which could take a long time if no one's playing.
I'm like, listen, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, I think it's just I mean, like you said, they have to keep the player base up, because I think people are saying that this is, like you said, the biggest thing is 64 players, right? And that's what makes this game a lot of fun. But if they can get the gameplay going right, I mean, why wouldn't we play this shit if it's obviously populated with a lot of people, right? They just don't have to, in my opinion, find a way to not separate the player base, because I've heard some people like, oh, can you add this mode, can you add this? And I think that will be difficult because the game is just starting. Let's in my opinion, let's get something solid going that everybody plays, and then from there we can start figuring out about game modes, because you might never get there if this doesn't get up and running. But I do think it has the potential, especially because I haven't played it yet. I mean, I haven't played the newer one, but the progression system and just everything, if they can get the gameplay right, it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, we know, as long as it's fun, we'll play that shit all the time.
All right, now, and LSP just said it as well. So he says, I easily look past graphics if the gameplay is good, and that's fair enough. And maybe you lads are the same. Maybe you can agree with that.
Yeah.
And to some extent, I would agree with that. But if you're the casual PSVR2 owner and you're looking at a trailer of this game, are you thinking to yourself, this looks fun? Or are you thinking to yourself, Jesus, this looks rough? Because if we're being honest, I am a snob. I've had the taste of Firewall Ultra. I know what that tastes like.
Yeah,
I spent €600 for my PSVR2 headset. That's what I want.
You can't expect every single game to be like that.
I know.
So.
But this is at the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah,
this is the other extreme. What about some?
We can't get
Breachers.
graphics.
Breachers is not amazing
players.
graphics, but that's like you can settle for a Breachers level of graphics. But this is like
those smoke bombs, though. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously that's the exception. That's the exception.
I think the smoke grenades look better in D-Day than they do in.
Oh, they have to. Nothing could be worse. Nothing could be worse.
Are there smoke bombs? I can't remember if there's smoke bombs.
Maybe
in
there's
D-Day.
not. I don't know. I'm just looking at the tank shooting there, and even like the smoke effects coming when it fires. The barrel looks way better than anything from the smoke and breachers.
But I mean, yeah, going from like a small scale, like 4v4, like and tactical to like a big open battlefield, and this is like a small team too. Like I think the game looks pretty good for what it is. I think like
Now, I listen. I understand that. I understand why
yeah,
it looks the way it does. However, I'm just talking about it from the
yeah,
point of Johnny Smith,
yeah.
whatever, looking at us. He's on his YouTubes. He's like, "Oh,
Damn Johnny Smith.
Battlefield in VR," and then he's expecting Battlefield in VR because people are saying, "Oh, it's like Battlefield in VR," which I don't think is good. I don't think people should say that because then you set people's expectations that it's Battlefield in VR, and then they see it, and it's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
this is not
I don't,
Battlefield in VR." I know
but
it's
I
the
don't think
closest
that.
thing, but
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I was just gonna say I don't think that I don't think that people. Well, okay, like I want to buy or I have a VR headset and I see this game, right? And I'm whoever, a squeaker or not. I'm gonna look at this game, and yeah, my people be like, "Oh, the graphics, whatever," but the game looks fun. Okay, and then I maybe look online or watch some people play, and it's like, "Hey, they're having fun. The server's popular." I think that's what matters the most than the impressions of like you said, the catch is like, "Oh man, I paid $600 for this, and this game looks like the graphics look like shit." I mean, no offense, but you know what I mean. Compared to Firewall, but we're just not there with the technology. But I don't think people will really. I don't think this will really turn off people. The graphics. Where I mean, of course, they'll be like, yeah, we want something better, but I don't think that'll be the factor. Again, if the game is good, dude, regardless of the graphic, regardless whatever, I think that's the main point because we try to find ways of of course the marketing is important and all that stuff, but if the game is good, dude, regardless of whatever, people are gonna play that shit. I mean, look up the BattleBit game. Everybody has fucking 4090s and $1,000, $3,000 computers, and for a while the game was very popular, and the graphics are probably worse than this. You know,
More polished. No, they're like Minecraft, like blockiness, but
like blocky, right?
that
You know
game
what
was
I mean?
like polished. That game was polished as hell though. Like it was like
Right. But you know what I mean?
everything
Compare like
ran, yeah,
graphics, right? Textures
graphics
with
wise.
what you can get with a flat
Yeah,
game right now. It's like not even in the same ballpark. Like,
yeah.
like right now, Firewall, no offense, doesn't compare graphically with this, but it doesn't have to, in my opinion. And you can't with this, what it looks like a pretty decent amount of players and all that. I
But
think this game,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think you could I don't think you can compare like the yeah, the BattleBit looked blocky, but like the polish of that game is like so far above the polish of this game. Like just like the
Right.
gameplay itself. Like the amount of stuff that you
Right.
can do in BattleBit was like staggering. Like all the like you could do more in that game than you could in an actual Battlefield game, really. Like
Right.
the whole chat
Right. Because the
system
game
and
was
like
good. Right.
yeah, like they put so much work into it. But this is like
Mhm.
on the same big scale, but there's very like minimal like
No, no,
involved
no,
in
no,
it.
no. I know. I mean
Yeah.
the graphics comparison because we're talking about people get turned off by the graphics not being because you have
Yeah,
$600
no,
headset.
graphic wise, it's very comparable, I guess, like in
Yeah,
terms of
no, yeah, no. The
style.
BattleBit is I way better than Battlefield system wise, playing wise. Yeah, it has nothing.
But Jack, what you're saying,
Yeah.
like people, once they watch streams or whatever, then people are like the positive word of mouth gets around, then people might buy it that way. But wasn't Honor and Doozy on PSVR 1 kind of in the same boat where it looked rough as fuck? But people on PSVRs, like the Reddit or at least, were like, hey, you should try this out. It's actually pretty good. The aim controller was like famously really good in that game. For some reason, it just seemed to track better than in other games. I don't know what witchcraft they used, but
Yeah.
it seemed to work.
Yeah.
But like, it didn't really have the population. People fell off. You tried to play it later on, and then there wasn't matches to be found really. So what's going to be different about this one?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I
What
think they
when you go ahead, Mus.
Well, I know the team is like very dedicated to like always updating and listening to player feedback. So they're not gonna like release this and just like leave it and be like, all right, well, like it or leave it kind of thing. Like they're gonna be continually trying to like improve and change things around to like make the game better. So like even if there's not like a huge like there might be like a bit of a drop off, but as they fix the game, people might like check it out again if they like do some crazy updates and stuff to it that keep building upon it. And like you were saying earlier, like before they start trying to like do other gameplay systems for it, like capture the flag and other kind of things, just stick with what you have and just keep refining it until it's like running smooth and exactly how you want it. Then just continue taking that what you already built and then try to make other gameplay modes and stuff would be the good way to go. Just keep tweaking until it's perfect kind of thing.
All right. I'm just trying to catch up on the chat a little bit because there's been a few comments about Honor and Doozy. I think have I skipped some?
Skip like 50.
I skipped. Oh wait, hold on a sec. I'm just trying to
Damn
figure
though,
out where I
why
was.
didn't we ever get a battle bit in VR? Why couldn't that have come to VR? I don't understand why no one, not even on the computer, like no one brought battle bit over to VR, even on like PCVR or Quest or anything like that with mods. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe
Jeremiah's.
like,
Sorry,
go ahead.
Finish it.
No, go ahead.
Sorry, Muzz, I didn't mean
I'm
to talk
done.
over you.
I was just on a bit of a rant there. Just mad. Just mad. That never came over.
Jeremiah says I need to have like half to a third the movement speed, so it seems to move too fast for him. It is kind of crazy, arcadey kind of a feel to us. VR Namek is here, aka Bozoid on Twitter, who is my arch nemesis on Twitter. He's a big Quest fan. We constantly fight on Twitter. He says, I played D-Day so much in my early PSVR 1 days, 32 players, full while free beta, hardly anyone afterwards. Good luck to you finding players in this PS2 looking game on your PS5. Donnie says, I get where you're coming from, Pumpkins, but the graphics may turn people away. Despite that, D-Day does something no other game is doing, which is 64 people, which is very cool. And I hope they do go to, get like a battle royale mode. If they can get a battle royale mode in there, I know you're talking about not splitting up the player base or whatever, but like maybe like rotate playlists or something like that so that everyone's on
But
the
the
same.
gameplay is not there. They can have the best game mode. It's like Breachers, the game mode obviously is good, but if the gameplay didn't feel, because it feels different than every gun and every stuff, right? Instead of Firewall, I think if the game make the game good, like you said, somebody's complaining about the speed, just the way that the game feels. If they make the game feel fine and play fine, obviously if they do battle royale, it's gonna be even more popular. But I don't think it's about finding that. I think it's about getting the solid base, which is the gameplay. I think that's the most important thing.
But from
Because everything else looks good,
From what you like, wouldn't you might argue, like the feel of gun combat and whatnot is kind of like a fundamental kind of thing. Like, can you actually just change that in a patch if you're just like a 2-man team? Well, they've expanded obviously recently.
They got
I don't know.
firewall guys. They got firewall guys in
That's
there
true,
that
yeah.
know what they're doing, so they can help out a big time. And they already did improvements in the visuals. You see, like all the nice shadows and stuff that they're starting to add visually, like starting to look better just on what they've done already.
I feel like I'm doing a lot of devil advocating around here.
Yeah.
Because
You always
listen,
do.
I'm interested enough to try this out, but I'm still a graphics whore as well and a bit of a snob as well. I did pay €600 for this thing, and I did play Firewall Ultra, and even Breachers, which I consider to be a generation behind Firewall Ultra, feels like multiple generations ahead of this visually, just visually, and maybe like polish wise as well. But that's more to do with like the size of the team, I guess.
Yeah.
VRNMX says silky 120 frames PS2 frames per second. Sorry, because Mick had said silky 120 frames and no frames drops on my playthroughs. Minecraft has shit visuals and that still is popular.
Squeaks.
Jeremiah says D-Day feels like spawn, sprint, die non-stop. Hard to feel like team play could ever be a thing with this current movement speed. And Honey Badger is here, cousin Honey Badger, blood of my blood, says my friends on PC went so hard into BattleBit. I think you need a minimum standard of graphics to support really solid gameplay, but this fussage is giving Xbox 360 Call of Duty 2 vibes as far as visually goes.
Yeah.
And it's hard to disagree with them.
No, he's right. Like it's not it's not like a heavy graphic powered game visually, but I mean,
But I just feel like that's like, I know gameplay is king, but that's like something you can't ignore either.
No, you can't, especially at the level like now that we're on PlayStation VR 2, it's like even more so. Like you could get away with it more on PlayStation VR because it was like early days, and it's just like, all right, yeah, we'll see what we can do on VR kind of thing. But now we're at a point where we should have got beyond this kind of part of the style.
Well, keep in mind as well, like if you bought it already, it's free, so that's something to keep in mind as well. And if you haven't bought it, it's only €15. So like these are things to take into consideration as well.
Yeah, it's not a big gamble. It's not like you're paying $40-50 for this thing. And like,
no.
How much money you pay for Horizon Call the Mountain? Why we talk about it? You pay $1 million and you played it one time. Okay, you play and then you never touched it again.
I'll go back to it again when I want to get the platinum. I will go
Okay,
back to it again.
whatever. You'll play a
Yeah.
couple hours. Wow,
Yeah.
good big deal. $70. Throw it out the trash.
Okay.
Firewall.
Yeah.
Let's say Firewall 0 hour,
Yeah.
not fucking Ultra. You milk the shit out of that game, right? Your money's worth in probably less than a
Yeah.
month. This, for me, that's why I said disagree. I agree with you guys in the point, like, yes, the graphics, of course, yeah, it's shit graphics. We should get better by now, whatever. But if the game is fun, and if it's only $15, whatever, it can be $15. But if it's Good Dog Bad Dog, $15 is way too much. No offense, Good Dog Bad Dog developers, but it's too much money, you know. So for me, it just has to be fun and worth the money that I'm spending. Of course, I could complain about I could complain the shit of Firewall about the things that I wanted to, right? Graphics, I couldn't complain about it because it was fucking beautiful. But I complain about other stuff. I could complain this shit all day weekend about the graphics. But at the end of the day, for me, if it's worth the money, if it's fun, then I can get past the graphics. But I agree with you guys. Like we should at this point. But you know, this we're not expecting because obviously, but it's a small team. You know, I don't think they have the money to fucking, hey, let's just fucking throw, you know, Unreal Engine shit on this and, you know, hopefully we can make some money. I just think it's
that's a good excuse for why it looks the way it is. But I'm just saying, because of this, it might not settle. We might not ever see a 64-player lobby, or if we do, like after a month, maybe it might drop off. You know,
if the game is not good, it will be very hard because the graphics are not going to help.
Yeah. It'll all fall on how fun it is to play. Like if you go in and play for like 1 or 2 hours and have a good time, then you're going to come back to it maybe like once a week or something, you know? Like it's just a matter of like, are you going to get hooked on the gameplay? And it does have progression systems with the weapons and everything. So there's a reason to play it. It's not like there's nothing to work towards in it.
Mm-hmm.
But this game, man, does this game ever need a solid, like not very many glitches and bugs? Because you can't have the low visual quality and have like just a game full of bugs and glitches. That's a death sentence, because it's like, okay, well, it looks bad and it plays bad. No thanks.
What's the redeeming feature? You need something to redeem it.
Yeah, you need to have solid fun gameplay wise. Like a little bit of jank can get worked out, but I mean, if there's any broken systems in it, it's over. It's over before it starts. No. So they gotta make sure they polish the hell out of this game in the next couple like weeks to a month to make sure that like all the systems are working properly. No one's experiencing any like game crashing bugs and stuff like that. And once they have it solid, running good, and everything's running good, no problems anymore, then just start tackling on like, okay, let's tweak the graphics here and like let's add better sounding vehicles and like, you know, like little things to kind of like enhance it here and there, like over time to make it better. But it's got to get off to a good start. That's
Agreed.
For sure to keep it playing.
Honey Badger
and
says,
I'll be playing it. I'll be playing it for sure because I do like the style of game, and as much as I want a Battlefield, like this is the closest thing we got like on PlayStation VR2. So if you don't support it and like jump in and have like a little bit of fun every now and then, like then.
Well, next
then you're waiting for like another big company to like make a bigger, better game. It's like, well, good luck waiting for that. I mean,
and they need our feedback too. Like all the players need to jump in and obviously test the fucking service, but also give our feedback, because what I've heard and for over the years that this developer is super good at listening to the community. And
you just go into their Discord.
Go
into the Discord, post any problems that you have and improvements that you'd like to make, and they are definitely reading your comments and like taking everything into account.
I'm looking forward to.
We gotta let them know, 'cause otherwise, how the fuck do they know what we want? You know, and then I like being a bitch way or anything, but like, hey, I think this way feels kind of off for me. Maybe be slower, whatever. Because we gotta work together. Like you said, Mus, if we want, unfortunately, because we don't have the big budget people. But we need to work, I guess, together, the community, the players, and obviously the developers to try to, you know, because like you said, this I want this game to be good. You know, I want to play this. This is, you know, this could be really, really fun. 64 players, dude. I feel like we'll play this a lot if the game is good.
It's gonna be interesting to see next week's episode where we've actually played this and we can give like, you know, our impressions. Honey Badger says power just came back at home because of course we've had the storms over here which have been fucking us up. He made a sandwich by candlelight. Pilgrim shit out here. Well, there you go. Back in the olden days. Movie Masters Mick says Reggie, who is the main dude over at Strange Games, Has been in the game all day listening to feedback, which is nice to see. Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Here we go. You already see this 10 times in a row?
Yeah.
You ready to see this 10 times?
Let me hear the list. Let me listen to it.
Macho. No, we're gonna listen to Macho Man for a little while here, guys. Holy, how many did he do?
10. He always does 10.
Again.
Thank you
10
very
at a
much,
time.
Superfly. Once again.
Is he proposing?
He's proposing, but she says, "Oh yeah," that's her response. Oh God. Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
You know, I told you this last month, and I gotta
Sorry, I'm
do it. I
skipping
gotta
these.
cancel my membership.
You shut up. Alright.
Because if I cancel my membership, maybe one of these Superfly will be mine. I'll have to spend.
I'm trying to skip them. I'm trying to skip the alerts, but it seems to be replaying them. Why? Okay, that's over. They're over. They're over.
Yeah,
Superfly, I hope you enjoyed. You're dedicated. That's basically a tribute to you, Superfly, because you're like mental with the GIF subs. So thank you very much for that. I'm sorry I skipped them, but you know, if it was during gameplay or whatever, I wouldn't skip them. But you know, during the podcast, it's a little bit disruptive. However, once again, thank you very much. Let me catch up in the comments as well. Oh, my laptop is just slowing down now.
He exploded your laptop. He's doing that on purpose.
Can't handle.
He knows your PC can barely handle this. And then you get the Macho Man
strain.
video and it explodes.
Honey Badger says, also, I know it's non-viewer related, but can you boy get a little quick opinion from the panel on Pal World?
I have not played Pal World. Sorry, buddy.
Right now?
No, have you got an opinion on it?
Well, it's like a mental Pokemon game. Like you get Pokemon, but you like enslave them and make them work for you and
give them
go
AK-47s and they shoot people.
Go out and fight and die for you and all that kind of crazy shit.
I was watching a video earlier because actually I'm gonna try with Amanda because we're gonna play that probably later tonight. But the first time I've heard about it, I was like, man, this is like a fucking meme against this Pokemon. Is this even real? They're going to get sued or whatever. But it's funny because they interview, apparently, I think these people, the developers are from Japan, and they interview them. They're like, hey, what the fuck with this game? Like, and like, no, we didn't want to do this. The people that we were, working with, we don't have a lot of experience. It was going to be another engine. I was in this engine. And the funny part, they're like, yeah, it was just going to be like regular style Pokemon, but then we're like, no, it has to be fun, and we know like Americans, they like to shoot shit, so we're like, why don't we just add guns and fucking things to everything? And that's what they decided to do. And
they were right. They were right.
That makes sense. And apparently it's very popular and has like 93% positive reviews on
They sold like 5 million units in like 5 days.
The first wasn't it like the first day or something that sold that many? I don't know.
Like
it's crazy. Yeah,
it's like 3 million, yeah. But they've hit 5 million.
Yeah, I'll tell you next stream because I'm gonna play that probably later with.
My favorite thing about Pal World is that it must really be upsetting Nintendo to see this. It's so similar to their game. And it's like just
maybe
goes
no
to
one
show
will care about Pokemon.
If you update the formula a little bit, people go fucking nuts.
Yeah,
might actually inspire them to release games on Steam. I wonder because it's crazy successful on Steam right now.
Yeah. Maybe we'll take some popularity away from Pokemon. Like the next big Pokemon game comes out, and no one will care as much because they're waiting for Pal World 2 instead.
Yeah, nukes. They're going to bring in nukes to Pal World 2.
Yeah. Suicide bombers. They need suicide bombers. Pal World. Man. Strap a bomb to their back and let them run into the battlefield and blow up.
Pumpkins, you're probably jizzing over that game, huh? Because you fucking grow up with Pokemon, unfortunately.
Who didn't grow up with Pokemon?
I didn't. Dragon Ball Z, bitch. Dragon Ball Z. Me and Tasuki. We watch Dragon Ball.
You and Tasuki holding hands together watching Dragon Ball.
Hey, I watched Dragon Ball Z as well. Actually,
I
watched the original Dragon Ball before Dragon Ball Z.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, Miles Dyer's in the chat. How are you doing, Miles Dyer? Of course, famous for being a member of PSVR without parole. So nice to see you, Miles. Thanks for coming. He's probably gone now because his comment was like an hour ago. It says, it's come a long way already since the early beta versions. Excited to see where it goes. So much fun. Well, there you go. If he's saying it's so much fun and he knows what he's talking about when it comes to PSVR, Jackbot doesn't, then maybe I'm more inclined to believe it. But obviously,
I've had fun.
myself.
I've had fun in every beta that I played of it. Like honestly, like
well, I only
did,
played
even-
one. I played one, and I wasn't particularly impressed.
even the very first one, I had fun. Like obviously, like it has like some like it's not the greatest looking, but like it's still fun to play. And the very first one, it was hilarious because some of the bugs were like so bad, and everyone was just laughing their asses off. Like the you know the loading screen where like everybody just piles into that one room
Yeah.
before they like go out into battle.
Yeah.
The very first one I played, everyone was dropping into the game, and everyone's characters models were like twisting at their waist.
Nice.
Like their torsos were like spinning, and their legs were like spinning the other way. They were like just all like just everyone was just spinning around like crazy.
Should have kept this feature. Keep it as a feature.
Yeah, it was hilarious to see.
Honey Badger says gameplay always first. Vampire Survivors shows that graphics don't matter if you have an excellent gameplay loop. However, Vampire Survivors probably works flawlessly and completely polished as well.
Yep.
So keep that in mind too.
Brotato is also pretty addictive. I don't know if you play that.
Sounds racist. You're just making a racist remark.
I forgot about you bumped me on fucking potatoes. No,
Just making
there's a
up
game
things.
that remind me that Vampire or whatever. So there's a really popular game that looks like trash, and it's called Brotato, and it just shoots little fucking things that they come at you. It's pretty addictive on the Steam Deck. Anyways,
That should have been
buy
your
it,
username. That
$2.
should have been your username.
Yeah, should have been.
Potato.
What? Maybe it's still available. You should go grab it while you can. Get Brotato.
Anyway,
game.
bigotry
$3.
aside, Durbin Brown is there. He says, I enjoyed Firewall, Pavlov, and Breachers. I did not enjoy D-Day.
Uh-oh. What's the downside?
Fozzie Bear says, looks like Rec Room mode. Matty Fat Batcat says, it's dead. No way you're ever finding 64 players unless it's cross-class and free to play, especially if it looks like ass. That's a good point. Well, like, it's a surprise this isn't coming to Quest with cross-play and everything. If I was a developer and viewer right now, especially a small indie one, I'd probably be prioritizing Quest.
The Questicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll probably be a lot of, like you said, crossplay. I wonder what. Of course, they gotta make money, right? But I wonder what is the decision into should we make this like you said, free to play, crossplay, but then we'll obviously charge for cosmetics, right? Shit like that. Because I know a lot of developers do the free to play, but if the game is not super popular, then you don't have nobody to want to even buy the skin. So it's probably a hard, you know. Thing to
Hold on,
choose.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have to try something out here. If I turn on the fan on my laptop, is it way too noisy? I'm about to turn it on, but you just let me know if it's like ridiculously noisy, okay? Because my laptop is starting to stutter. Here we go.
The jet engine's about to
Here we
start.
go. Now I've just turned it on there. Is that like annoyingly loud?
You should have just turned it on without telling us, and we're like, "Hey, your shit is loud. Why are you?"
Because I need to know if like I might stop the laptop from crashing if I do that.
Just turn it on, blow on it, blow out, give it.
Blown.
I'm
Let
not
me know
hearing-
in the chat. Let me know in the chat as well if it's annoying.
I don't seem to hear too much. I think it's all right.
Okay. Black Tiger
It's not a
says,
big deal.
D-Day, bring your PS5 back to Windows 95. Honey Badger says, I'd watch a video of you going for platinums. Would you? Because, I mean, it depends on the game. You know, some of them can be really fucking, what's the word, tedious. You know, if you're just looking for something. Unless you have a guide, but then it's kind of boring. You're just going from A to B looking for a guide. But for Horizon, that's something I do want to go back for the platinum. It seems simple enough. All I kind of missed was the targets. There's like hidden targets to his. SDS says, PSVR, shut your mouth. PSVR2 is starting to be a joke. They are having so much crappy games that I don't even know if they played or not. Donnie says, y'all keep bringing up the graphics of D-Day needing to be better, to which I agree. But can you have the graphics and still have the amount of people playing as well? Maybe it's a tax issue. Listen, I understand why it's there. Like, that's 64 players, and like obviously there has to be drawbacks from other areas. And all I'm saying is, from the point of view as a bystander who's maybe hearing that this is Battlefield in VR, and they see Battlefield and they know that has that. Is that even like 100 players now in Battlefield? Like in the modern ones? I don't even know what it is.
I think it's probably bigger than 64 player.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah,
There
dude,
you go.
I forgot. I haven't played like in a couple months, but it's fucking huge.
And it's modern visuals as well, with like crazy weather effects and all kinds of shit going on. So it can be jarring, I would imagine, from that point of view, to look at something like Honor and Doozy, even though it is indie and it is €15 or dollars.
Yeah.
That could still be.
But someone that's checking out a video isn't gonna like think about like it's an indie team and like a small team making it. They're just gonna see the game. They're just gonna see the game at face value and be like, oh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, they won't care who that is or why it is the way it is.
But I mean, they got to get the VR, the people that already have VR and know this kind of shit already, and like understand like that it is a small team and it is what it is kind of deal. But you know, it's like at the end of the day, I just like playing shooters, and I like online multiplayer games, and I like variety. So I already have my tactical shooters with Firewall and Breachers. I have my just crazy gunplay with like Pavlov. And I'm gonna eventually have my extraction shooter with.
Those just got covered by an alert.
Badger has just donated 5.45
wow.
to Super
Brother.
Chat.
Honey Badger.
Soaking moist. Stick that into the PC.
Or do you have everybody in darkness?
Five.
Why aren't you playing anything on that big ass block you got underneath your face?
Because I thought we were finished talking about Honor and Doozy, but we keep coming back to us. But
Yeah, we can move
also
on.
my laptop was starting, so I was like, maybe I'll just turn off that video real quick and see if that helps. But thank you, Badger, very much for that. That 5 succulent euros. Rest assured, they will go right back into your account. The next family gathering where I have to give you money for something. It'll be in the card. You know, you'll be getting it back. It's just an investment. It's an investment. Jeremiah says, "Waste. You guys played Horizon once. I couldn't even be bothered to finish it." Jeremiah, it's a magical experience.
I'm having fun.
And Muzz is enjoying it. Warroom says Jackpot is right, but the feel of the game isn't right. If the gunplay felt like Pavlov or Breachers, this game would be too notch. Is notch like a new American slang? Oh, he's ready to say top notch. I was like, damn, that shit's notch, yo.
Bring it up a notch.
Man, that's too notch, my man.
Two notches. Oh,
Just puts his baseball cap on backwards. Like, damn, that's so notch.
It's been a while, man. What is this guy talking about?
Man, how many notches? How many notches do you think that game is, man?
Too much for me. Too much for
much.
me. Move Master makes us have faith in Frank, boys. I have faith in. Listen, I have sympathy for the small amount, like as Reggie and one other dude, I think. So I have sympathy for the small size of the team. I also wouldn't put anything on the First Contact members who joined because they're just there in the last month or so. So realistically, how much can they get done to improve us?
But they will
by
improve
launch.
it.
By launch. I know they have, but like we can't expect them to like, you know,
No.
magic wand has been waved and now it's amazing and everything's perfect.
No.
Roy Schwartz says Strange Games did an airplane game. Imagine jumping into a plane in D-Day. Yeah, if they had planes, that'd be really cool.
See, that's something that might come in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe they can work planes into it. Like, just
Well, they already
little,
have
like,
the planes
little
on the
buy
other
planes.
game, right?
Yeah, but not in the mixture of like ground and air combat.
No, but they already have a feel of how planes work, how to do, instead of, how the fuck do we get a plane and how the mechanics work and all that. At least they have that, right? Because didn't they make the game up with the RC planes?
Yeah, they got some kind of plane
They can
game.
take those mechanics and just put them in like a plane that you fly yourself. Yeah, that would be.
Just drop a couple bombs in there or something. That'd be cool.
Black Tiger says D-Day when GoldenEye V64 or is not enough. Amazing LSB says this game is so much better in its current state than it ever was on PSVR 1.
LSB said that?
That's what he says.
You played it LSB already? You're a liar.
Miles Dyer says devs were playing all day today and releasing updates throughout the day in response to people's feedback. Was impressive. They were updating us on the same day that people were giving them feedback. That is ridiculous.
That is crazy.
We even had an updated 3 hours after launch, so they are working hard for sure over there, says Move Master Mick. And then Superfly came in with them 10 gifts, which I'm still appreciative of. Thank you, sorry, not Move Master Mick, Superfly AF, but also thank you, Mick, for, you know, joining. Always nice to see. I'm just trying to get through all the fucking sponsor shit now that popped up. Durbin Brown with the Ghost Cocks. Jeremiah, no, I wasn't directed towards me. And Superfly says, oh yeah, so I think he's happy with this. I think he's happy with his message.
Nice.
Or alert. Okay, I'm sorry I'm so slow catching up. There we go.
Put something on the thing, at least.
Oh, okay, relax. Bulletstorm, no, not Bulletstorm. Honor and Deuce, you can go back up because we're obviously not finished talking about that yet. Tsuki is here. Jeremiah says, what of the cow? I missed the cow. Yeah, I'm going to add the two of them. I shouldn't have just like done the one. because that's just going to make it stale the other way.
Cow hasn't been around for a while, so I mean, it's still a good
Yeah.
tribute to him. But I haven't seen him for a long
Yeah.
time.
Oh, that's even listen. That baby cow thing was going to go up regardless of cow. I think I just like that video a lot. Honey Badger says, "How I imagine you proposing to the woman." Oh yeah, that's exactly what she said. I was sweating profusely as well. It was glistening off me. Shit, I can't scroll. I've lost my ability to scroll now, which is cool.
No.
I'm gonna have to jump all the way down to the
Jesus.
boss. Why can't you help me? Why can't you help me
LP,
read?
where
You
you
can
at?
see
Where
the
you at?
comments. Wherever I was.
I'm just, when you come
if you're
through here, when you
listening-
talk, and it goes out of there.
Okay, never mind. I caught back up. Black Tiger says, D-Day because I get the urge to karate chop motherfuckers on N64. Tsuki says, I mean it's in VR using that same VR injector, lol. And Cyborg is here. How you doing? Says, weapon handling is a bit rough. Honey Badger says, the Pal World hype is real. I cannot stop playing it.
Damn.
You know, I haven't actually seen anyone share any footage of it. I've just heard loads of people talking about it, loads of memes and screenshots, but I've never seen anyone actually play it.
We'll go on YouTube. There's a billion people.
Nah.
All right, then shut up.
I'm just saying, you think with something so popular it will be everywhere in terms of like video footage and shit, but for some reason it isn't.
What? Have you got on YouTube? Go on YouTube.
No.
Go Pal World. You gotta see
Yeah.
fucking
I
everybody
don't go on
playing.
YouTube. I don't watch YouTube. It's for it's just for losers.
And what are you complaining about not seeing videos then? You're not even looking for them.
You're an idiot. You already know,
YouTube's for
man.
losers, all right?
Without
you know
Pearl's
that
not
one.
playing it, GT's not playing it, who's
There you
playing
go.
it?
Well, shit,
Nobody.
those are the people who fill up my fucking suggestion feed.
Nobody's
Pal World does
playing
not
the
pop
game.
up.
Nobody's
That game
playing
is playable in VR. I just forgot about that.
Yeah, with the mod.
With the mod, yeah, the PC, yeah.
Tasuki says it's over 6 million sold now. So there you go. It's going up by the
Damn.
second. Nintendo are probably seething, says Badger. Exactly. That's my favorite part of all of this, is that's upsetting them so bad. And their fans, which is actually, that's even better than Nintendo themselves.
Yeah.
Just upsetting
Yeah.
the people like LSB out there is raging. Massey Fat says he's played Pal Worlds and is surprisingly fun. Just Donnie's never heard of us. Donnie's never heard of us. And Miles is still here. Nice to see you still here, Miles. Apologies for my
I think that was like 15
delays.
minutes ago.
Yeah, he's probably gone
Yeah,
again.
that's
He's
it.
gone
Yeah.
again.
it. Jumps in and out.
Oh, shit.
Donkey's video on Pal's World makes it looks bad. Says War Room, which is a video game Donkey, I'm guessing. Miles Dyer says, absolutely, when you play it, you are very aware of all the issues, but it's part of the charm. So fun as fuck, but not going to be for everyone. I love all the shooters.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying, like I just want variety. So if I can play like a tactical shooter once in a while, jump into Pavlov and have fun in that game, kind of just free for all, and then play like a big Battlefield size game in that, and then I also have the upcoming extraction shooters coming.
The board, yeah. We just need a social app now. I think we're getting all the check marks, like you say, Mus. All the type of games that we want to play, we just need more social-ish.
Mini golf is like the best social game right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah.
to,
The biggest
you'd have to
thing-
say.
I didn't check out anyone's gameplay of the last D-Day, like the. Actually, I don't think many people posted gameplay, have they? For the last
The
stream?
Crazer event thing, was it?
There was a guy,
Yeah.
there was
Just
two people
Jammy
that
Hero,
played
I
it
think.
Together. Yeah.
But-
there was one
but
guy
he
that I
didn't-
watched, but not for a long time.
The two things I want to know is like, are they going to have squads available? Like, are you going to be able to like group up with like, 3 or 4 of your friends and go into the game together and make sure you're all on the same team, or is it just going to like?
I think
split
he
you
said, the way he said it is like, he said they're doing a good job of making sure that everybody that's online is put into the same lobby together, which is his way, I think, of saying there's less than 64
Okay.
players playing.
So
it.
there's no server browser, I'm assuming.
No,
right?
well, I
It's
think there's
just
not going to be
like
many
now.
servers. Like,
No, it's they're just kind of focusing on one to make sure that one's populated first, and then if they start overcrowding, then they'll probably have another one open up to like
yeah.
start another room.
So some people are
But-
making sorry, Muzz.
No, I just don't know. Like you'd want to be able to like go into the game. Like if like the 3 of us, like we're online together and we go into the game, can we just like have a squad and then enter the game, all 3 of us on the same team, or is it gonna like automatically split us up to make sure the teams are even, kind of thing? Like, is it
Yeah,
gonna?
but can you switch
break
teams
'em
once
up?
you're in it? It's like there's a switch team
Maybe.
option.
Dude, I just saw
Oh
this guy
yeah,
run.
yeah. I think there might be a switch team option, and you just swap over. That would work.
What'd you say, Jack Boss?
I just saw I'm watching the trailer and I'm watching one of the scenes that they're running in the building. Holy shit. The dude is running like 1,000 miles per hour. So I want to try this game because I hate
Gonna get
Diaz, you
sick.
know me. I hope it's not very fast, floaty, like fucking a million miles per hour running. Because I don't know, maybe it'll feel fine. But I just saw that and I was like, oh fuck, I hope
Oh,
it's
it
not
is
that
super fast.
fast.
That's how it
It
was.
is a
in the-
Yeah,
fast-paced
but
game.
That's
I know
how it
fast paced, but
was.
like let's say Alvo is fast paced, but that doesn't feel like, oh, I wish it was a little bit slower, right? It's too fast. Like it feels right. So I don't know, maybe this game needs to be this fast paced for the size of the maps. Maybe that's what it is. But
Yeah.
I want to play it, but because I saw that, I was like, holy fuck, that dude is fast. So we'll see, I guess, when we try it.
All right, so
You also, yeah, you don't want to take 10 minutes to like get from one side of the map to the other at the same time, but it has to be a nice balance. Like
Right. With vehicles too.
it is fast, but it never seemed over fast to me. Like all the times I played it, like it seemed like it was all right, like just a little quicker
Yeah.
step.
oh, well, when everyone is the same speed, it's like it doesn't feel out of place, I guess. Not as out of
Yeah.
place. So people in the chat reacting to the fan sound. Some people saying it sounds like a vacuum in the background, but not too bad overall is what the consensus seems to be. It's bearable, so
Yeah.
thank you for letting me know. Tasuki then says, doesn't matter if it can get 64 people if there aren't 64 people that want to play it, though. There you go. That's the question.
Someone mentioned in the comment a while ago. I didn't say it when I saw it, but they said you can play like your own lobby with like all bots if you want to. But I don't know how fun that
Yeah.
would be because the bots probably
Nah,
wouldn't be that
fucking
great.
hell,
And
fuck.
yeah, I need to play against other players. So I'm not going to play like a multiplayer shooter against
Ooh.
bots. That doesn't sound fun at all.
Is there proximity chat?
That's the second one I was going to ask. Like, can
Okay.
you go in
Oh,
with a
man.
squad? And is there proximity each?
I can't remember
Because
what
it-
kind of
That
chat
would
it had
be
in the beta.
amazing.
I cannot remember.
I'm pretty sure in the beta, like you could hear everybody, which was
Listen.
sometimes overwhelming because like everybody
so
talking at
many
once.
people, like 30 people
Yeah.
there together.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
maybe they should have. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's something that they could test it, but maybe it's too fast paced and it wouldn't work. But yeah, I like proximity chat
Oh.
especially when I can hear the enemy. You know, that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is good.
that's good. Honey Badger says, "Don't worry, I'm going to text him now and demand it back. Just wanted to look generous. Whoops, wrong Chaz. Too bad. That's in my. Well, YouTube is actually going to take a cut out of that, so you'll get like €3 at the most back." Matty Fatbackhead says, "Can we use Notch from now on?" I think so. I think that would be very Notch of us to do. Pumpkins is from the future. He's creating American slang like a poetic philosopher. Well, technically, it was War Room who did this. And Brannon Vior is here. How you doing, Brannon? And Mr. Tortoise have arrived. Nice to see you, lads. Your fan sounds like my PS4 when heating up. Yeah, my PS4 used to do that too. Actually, my PS5 is doing that shit as well. It hasn't done it in a while, but during the summer it was going nuts. Will you live stream the wedding, Pumpkins? Jesus, there's an idea. We'll see. You never know. Maybe the wedding night, if you know what I'm saying, Mick. I didn't even hear it. Black Tiger says, "Pal World more interesting than the aliens in Florida." There's aliens in Florida now.
More alien
Yeah.
stuff going on. All right.
In the mall.
GG boys listening while cooking dinner for the fam. Wishing all ye well, says Mr. Tortoise. Thank you very much. Enjoy your delicious dinner.
You know, Mr. Turtle.
Don't tell him. You don't have to tell him that. That's none of your business. That's none of your business.
Why do you want to know what everybody's eating? I had a
God
coworker
damn.
that was the exact same way. Like anytime I was going on lunch, as soon as I'm going on lunch now, he'd be, what are you getting? Where are you going?
One idea.
What are you eating?
I'm sick
Why
of
don't you
eating the
mind
same
your
thing,
business?
you know?
Why don't you mind your
Somebody-
business?
Somebody from another side
You
of the
don't
world
know
is
him.
like, "Oh, I'm eating
You don't
this."
know him. Leave him alone. He's trying to eat dinner
Shut
with his family. He
up.
doesn't want to be
That's-
harassed. He
Nobody's
won't be harassed
Nobody's
by
harassing nobody.
some
It's
Mexican bread munching bitch on
just- I don't have
YouTube.
Mexican bread. I don't have, unfortunately, I would. You know, I do have a Mexican candy thing I might eat eventually.
Oh
I
shit!
don't want to be rude.
Pinata? That come out of the
Something,
pinata?
yeah, you bitch.
That come out of the
Anyway.
pinata?
No.
No
That'd be a
proximity
sad
chances,
penny.
mate.
That'd be a sad pinata if bread fell out of it. Kids would not be happy about that.
You gotta hunt the pinatas in the wild to feed. Tsuki says, "I hope it does. It does good." I'm guessing is what he meant to say. That 64-person deal may end up being its undoing rather than going smaller amount like 32. I don't know. Need to play it first. Just seems that went a bit high. Damn, I'm nearly caught up. I'm sure this gen is a bit more forgiving. This gen. I thought the wedding was gonna be in Rec Room.
This game.
Oh, this game. There you go. Jackpot gonna be the cameraman. Damn. Tripod. That's why we call him Tripod. Jeremiah says like Martian type aliens or legal aliens, and Black Tiger says, "Is that a conch the bread?" I don't know what that means. Concha.
Concha, yeah,
Concha?
Concha is the concha, you bitch. It's a Mexican bread, one of the best breads, and it was real aliens from space, but they were not. They were just lying. People were lying for cooking clickbait.
Bitches. All right, can we move on to the next topic?
Yes,
Do it.
please.
How long?
Don't talk about Honor and
is it?
Doozy.
We're gonna
It's
bet?
an hour and 15 minutes. Wait, an hour on Honor and Doozy. Ridiculous.
And we should have waited until we played it and then talked about it next time.
All right.
Let's talk for 5 hours about it next time after we
The
play.
next topic is going to be brief, but it's good news. I'm happy to report that the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners series, which I enjoy, I think most of us enjoy, has grossed over $100 million across
Well-deserved.
both games and
Well-deserved.
all platforms. So that's great. But my question about that is, do you think it earned that much? I know you're going to say both, but try not to say both. Do you think it earned that much because of the big IP, or do you think it earned that much because it was just such a good game that like positive word of mouth spread around?
Both.
Bitch, I knew it.
Technically both, but heavily more on the gameplay, because look at Ghostbusters. No offense, Ghostbusters is as an IP, but no offense, I think it's not something they want to play. I haven't finished this game. I have it. Somebody gifted to me. I'm sorry whoever gifted to me, and I haven't played it yet. But I played a little bit, and everybody says it's really fucking good. So I think obviously the name helps, but if the game is not good, it's not gonna sell. So I have a feeling it's both, but mainly because the game is just really, really good.
Yeah. I'm quite far into the first one now, but yeah, like it's still one of the better ones to play for sure. Like, and it's well deserved that they're making that much. I'm glad that they're doing good, and it will be positive for the future for them to make more games.
My counterpoint to that is, if you look at the top selling PSVR 1 games, because they still put those charts out, you'll see Walking Dead Onslaught is in that list in the top 10 all the time. Which tells me that that game wasn't really that good. It was like the ginger sister or the ginger brother of this game, in my opinion, that nobody wanted to look at, and that game still sold well. So that maybe tells me that maybe the IP has an awful lot to do with this. An awful lot.
Just lost all your ginger subscribers. Sorry.
That's fine. Get rid of them. I don't purge them. Purge them all. I don't want them here.
You soulless bastards, you soulless.
But yeah, congratulations to Skydance for the positive news. I'm sure most of that was on Quest, so not necessarily great news for PSVR or whatever, but for VR in general, very good news that kind of money can be made. And it's not Beat Saber. It's not Beat Saber, and it made that kind of money. Crazy.
Getting rewarded for good quality games. That's good to hear from any studio.
100%.
So.
Donnie says, I think both as well, but after launch, even more so. And Deej is here. How you doing, Deej? Nice to see you. Oi. He says, Saints and Sinners dropped during the pandemic. We all needed us. Damn.
Yeah,
that feel like
true.
ages ago, and also very recent at the same time.
Yeah. It's been a few years, but it didn't seem like it, yeah.
Saints and Sinners is a quality viewer experience. It is. It still blows my mind that time when, like, the very first time I pointed a gun at an NPC and, like, right to their head, and then their head, like, just went back with the barrel of the gun.
Yeah.
Didn't go through them like every other VR game. I was like, oh shit, that was cool.
First time I stabbed somebody with a spoon, I was like, man, this is the fucking best game ever. Just fucking grab the spoon. I was like, holy shit.
This is the future right here.
Just the interaction that you have in that game, like grabbing the zombies by the head and being able to just move them around freely and like push them backwards, and it's just fun.
How do you not get the diseases? Because you're fucking grabbing them in the mouth and you're
has to go into your blood. Has to go into your blood.
Yeah,
an open wound or something. Love Machine is there. Thumbs up, Love Machine. Nice to see you. And keep in mind that was on PSVR 1 as well.
Yeah,
like those kind of physics, those kind of mechanics were going on PSVR 1, which is extra impressive. But yeah, that's all I want to say about The Walking Dead. So let's move on to Big Shots VR. So I don't know if you looked into this or you know anything about it, but this was announced for PSVR2. It's coming Q1 2024. As you can see in the trailer there, it's got like a very Borderlands style visual art style going on, like comic book kind of a look. It's a mech shooter, and it's also co-op, and it's a roguelite. So you're kind of going up against endless waves of alien enemies. You can do it by yourself, or you can do it with a friend. Looks pretty decent. However, I don't know. Are you into this kind of game?
Is it like an arena, like a arena kind of battle, or is it like levels? I have to see more about the game, like watch the trailer.
Me too. But
So like PvP?
no, it seems to be PvE. Like, so you can do single or you can do co-op, but there's no versus other people. You're just up
Co-op
against
is good.
endless waves of, aliens, I guess is what they call them.
Right.
I keep hearing more and more good things about that other game on the Quest called Underdogs. Everyone's saying how great that game is. Kind of like a mech battle type of game, where you're in like an arena and you're just battling other robots and stuff coming at you, and it's supposed to be pretty fun. But it'd be cool to have like a game equivalent that you can ride around in a big mech.
I haven't heard of that one actually.
Underdogs.
Unless that was
yeah.
maybe you were talking about that a few weeks ago. That's,
I was,
If so,
yeah,
that's the only time I've seen it or heard of it.
They did like early impressions. I think the game just came out actually, like it finally released, and you can check out videos on GT where they're showing the game off again now that the game's out. But it has cool mechanics. But when I saw that, I was like, damn, I want a mech game, and this might be the mech game that I get. It's fun.
Well, even though this one kind of looks, the cartoony kind of style, I still think it kind of looks like there's a lot of polish going on there, if you know what I mean. It looks pretty.
Yeah.
It's the
decent.
same. Underdogs kind of has the same thing, like the kind of like the visuals are the same quality, I think.
Okay. And obviously Borderlands is a good game as well, so we want something like that. Put me off. Movie Master Mix says Pavlov was the best-selling PSVR2 game last year via the PS blog, and you can't argue that it deserved us or didn't deserve us. I would say. One of the best games, and it was also a launch title as well. So we were like really lucky to have that day one. Love Machine.
Just more maps, please. Just more maps, please. That's all.
Yeah, 100%. It's crazy. Yeah, if you're selling that well, why aren't you getting them fucking maps out faster?
Lazy.
Hire more people.
No, they're done. They're in the fucking Bahamas snorting cocaine with
fair enough.
prostitutes.
That's
for the money
understandable
they
too.
made.
That's understandable as well.
Yeah.
Off the prostitutes jackpot. Off the jackpot.
Yeah, I mean.
LSB says big shits. Love Machine says I'm hearing contractors coming to PS5 VR2. Anyone roughly know when coming out? Well, they haven't confirmed PSVR2, and they haven't confirmed when either. But people seem to think it's coming this year. I don't know.
No mod.
I find a lot of these kind of indie developers overestimate their ability to get a game on PSVR2, and then when they actually try to do is they're hit with all the roadblocks that Sony put in front of them, and then they have to delay. Bring back Riggs, says Move Master Mick. Yeah, it's crazy how Riggs just had something like this again. PSVR 1 launch title probably looks a lot more visually appealing, like fidelity wise, probably much better than something like this even.
That was like a small sports game though. It was like a sports mech game. It wasn't a battle game. But, yeah.
Well, it was like an arena thing, you
Yeah.
know. But this could be an arena thing too. I don't know. But yeah, I get your point. There's more going on in this in terms of enemies and stuff.
There was no shooting. Like it was just like a.
In Riggs? Yeah, Riggs was
Well, it was
combat.
like-
You had like missiles, you had machine guns, you had, you were blowing each other
Wait,
up
am I
and
thinking
shit.
that? Am I thinking of the same game where you had to score? It was like a sports.
It was like a mixture. It was like combat and
Yeah,
sports. Like you
yeah,
had to jump
yeah.
through a hoop when you were overcharged or whatever. But
Right,
also
right,
people
right.
were trying to destroy you before you got in and shit.
It's been a minute since I seen that game, so I totally forget
Yeah.
about the combat. Honestly.
Understandable. Danny says it looks fun, but it depends on how smooth it is. Probably a bit repetitive, but maybe not. So do a review and sway my thoughts. I'll see what I can do, Donnie. Quarter 1 2024, so it could be March for all we know. Love Machine says cool and thanks. If we hear anything else, Love Machine, I'll let you know about Contractors, because it is on my radar. It is a battle royale, and that's something I really want on PSVR 2. Matty Fatbackcat says I want something like Hawken. Yeah, but that's like really, like you want that high fidelity, proper like ace or armored core type, shit going on.
Yeah, the game is good.
Okay, we ready to move on to the next one?
Do it.
Because we're talking about a game every time I see this, I keep thinking it's called Cyube, but it's actually just Cube, spelt with a Y. Anyway, what's important about this game is that it's a Minecraft clone, if you don't know what it is. Although, as you can see by the trailer there, that it has like nice visuals. It's got like lighting effects and shit, so it's not like flat like Minecraft is. It was aiming for a January release, but I think they've recently pushed that back to February. However, what's going to interest you about this is they've got mods. They're going to launch with mod support day one on PSVR2, which is super rare for any PlayStation game. However, the mods are just mod blocks, so they kind of you can download like basically skins for the blocks, I guess. But apparently that lets you do some crazy things. I don't know. I don't know really anything else about this game other than it looks like a Minecraft clone. I don't know if it has multiplayer. I doubt it does. They probably would have mentioned that as a key feature. But like even just look at the way they're cutting down the trees. Like you actually snap it and then it falls realistically instead of like Minecraft where you're just breaking off a block.
Yeah. The lighting looks really good.
Yes, it
like
does.
Like when he had his hand up in the air and there was like shining through his hand.
Yeah,
not bad.
So
but what do you do in it? Is it just a survival? Any combat? What is it?
All I've seen from all I can hear, or all I've gathered from what I've seen is that it just seems to be like a creative type thing. I haven't even seen any combat.
Yeah.
So basically, if you're into
enemies.
just like building and stuff and just enjoying nice environments or making whatever you want, then it could be like a nice relaxing game. For me, I would need.
Ooh, look at the snow. That's a pretty cool looking snowfall.
If it had co-op or something, I'd be there. But just single player, I don't know. I don't know.
No. I'd get bored doing this by myself. I would have to have other people to mess around with.
Yeah. Massey just asked the same question. Is it only single player? As far as I know, I haven't heard anything. But then again, I haven't gone like deep research into this either. The main reason I'm bringing this up is because of mods. I think the mod thing is important because obviously Pavlov as well is a game that's trying to get mods working. Like a native mod browser that like PSVR2 players can just go to the mods section and download whatever they want there. However, Sony are bitches, as we all know, and they're really strict when it comes to mods.
Never gonna happen.
But they have done it with other games. So obviously this game, they're getting through.
Like what other games? This game doesn't count. Mods having a fucking.
Okay, just relax. Let me tell you the other game. Let me tell you the other game. Skyrim Special Edition Fallout 4. They let Bethesda do it with those games.
But what kind of mods are we talking about? Fucking skins of the buildings look slightly brown, or like what the fuck are we talking about?
They picked
Mario in the game.
It's like you add in a quest. They could add in like little quests that people make and stuff like that. No, obviously you couldn't do crazy shit. Like you could only use assets that were already in the game. But whatever people used to make those with, like including missions and shit, you could download them.
Okay.
Some of it was cool, but obviously it was way limited compared to Xbox and PC.
Right.
Because Sony are bitches, as we already know.
Just like you.
Yeah. Next topic. The final topic before we get into our main topic is Dead Hook VR, because this game has finally got a release date. We were talking about this a few weeks ago. It's got a launch trailer, and the date is the 8th of February. And this is kind of that game that's really, like, it doesn't even try to hide the fact that it's trying to be Doom in virtual reality.
It's basically just Doom with
even the logo, like the text looks the same, like font and shit.
Yeah. Which I'm fine with. It looks pretty good. I hope I want the music to be the same. Like during the gameplay, I want to hear that like
crazy
heavy
metal.
that heavy metal music while you're playing this game.
Yeah,
it's literally fucking Doom.
Yeah. But my only thing is kind of like the environments look a little bit flat, but that's my only kind of concern.
No. Yeah. But look, even the fucking gore type of shit. That's odd. I won't complain because I like Doom, and I wish we had a newer one for fucking PSVR 2. But it's just kind of odd how close kind of looks,
One thing I like about this one is when you're dual wielding, like if you're single handing a gun, you don't have to like do like a reload and then cock the gun. You basically just have to grab the top of the gun piece and like pull it back to like rearm it. I think to like reload. So when you're dual wielding, there's one shot where he's like, he hits the thing on the top of the gun with one gun to like reload it, and then you hit the other one. So you don't have to like worry about like putting your gun away to like reload one and then grab the other one and reload. You just like hit the thing and then you keep going. It's like really cool like interaction. It's a good way to do dual wielding with a bit of a manual reload.
Smart, like to have VR in mind when they're coming up with reload techniques like that. Especially with a fast-paced game like trying to be Doom, like a Doom clone or whatever, you need to be quick.
And it would feel cool, like when you're like going around a corner to reload real fast and just like hitting your gun really fast and then go back and shooting guys.
Bang them.
Yeah.
Deech says Bethesda added Creation Club, not mods. Wasn't Creation Club like a curated section of mods? I thought that's what that was.
Damn, get fact checked, bitch.
Well, I'm fact checking him actually. All right, maybe, I don't know. He could be right. Deech probably is right. Donnie says that was an awesome reload, so he's in agreement with Muzz on the reload situation. But now, I think it's time we get into our main topic, which is ranking our most anticipated PSVR2 titles that we know of. The rules are they have to be confirmed. So, for example, that recently revealed Slenderman VR thing, like we don't know if it's coming to PSVR2, so we don't count that on the list. Only stuff that developers have said is coming to PSVR2. I got this list from Reddit. There's a pinned thing, like a PSVR2 release calendar. So if you want to see every single game on that list, you can go to the Reddit main page or /PSVR and you'll see it there. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and put all these games, where there is like 60 games that we know about, and put them into these tiers. The tiers are as follow. The top one is day one, so obviously we're going to get that straight away. The second one then is excited to see more. The next tier down is wait and see. The next tier down is meh/not interested. And then the last tier is don't know anything about this, which I think will be probably the most populated tier out of a lot of them, because some of these games I was like, what the fuck is this? I've never heard of this.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of smaller games that were on the Quest that they're just kind of like bringing over to PlayStation VR2 that I just didn't even hear about yet.
Yeah. Oh, and I've lost the camera. When I bring up that tier list screen,
No.
I lose Muzz and Jackpot.
Well, we'll be in the dark then.
Let me see if that
Can't
fixes.
You can't handle both.
Let me see if that fixes it. I can check my phone to see.
Oh,
if
there you
fixes.
go.
That brought you back, and the tier list is back.
Yep.
They're all there.
wait.
Okay.
Oh my god,
wait.
we
Shut
lost
up.
it again.
Is it
Blanked
gone
out
again? All right. Well,
That's
there's
fine.
nothing.
Nobody wants
There's
to see
nothing.
us.
There's nothing I can
There.
do about that then. You know what? Let me do something. Well, I just mix the tier list full screen then. Will I just full screen the tier list? Would that make more sense?
Sure.
Let me transform
Whatever.
this to stretch to screen. Whoops, it's underneath the overlay, so we'll bring that all the way up top. And there you have it. Let me just lock that in place real quick. And then we can go back. Okay, so the first game, I'll just do it in order of whatever, like all these icons I have here. Arcane Age.
Arcane Age. That game looks pretty sweet.
I think it's day one
It's
for
either-
me. Just because it's the people who did the Swordsman VR game on PSVR 1.
The only thing I'm worried about is the length, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fairly long game. So I'll say day one because it looks like my style of game, like the setting. I think it'll have good music in it too, like quality. So I'll say day one.
Jackpot?
Never heard of it. Don't know anything about it. Put it on the bottom. Put it on the bottom.
Put it in
Put
the
it on
bottom. We're going to put it day one
Hold on.
because two versus
Tell
one.
me
bitch.
you. Oh, you said you want to fucking get it?
Oh, is that how it works? I thought we would have to drop it down to like excited to play because he was like offsetting our.
Yeah, but he doesn't know anything about it though.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on.
I suppose.
Like if he was like meh, then I'd
Didn't
drop it down to wait and see or something.
You didn't see a trailer for this? Maybe you're just forgetting it, Jackpot.
We
I'm pretty
talked
sure you
about
would
it.
have seen
We
it.
talked about.
Oh yeah.
But did
it's
you
the-
did you play the Swordsman game on PSVR 1?
Yeah, I played a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I remember
Yeah, the
watching
horse. Remember
the
you fed the
trailer.
horse to the cows?
But
Yeah.
he was playing the trailer like on one of the tips one time.
I'm watching it right now. Yeah, I remember now. I mean, yeah, it looks good. I'll say day one, no, because I'm a broke bitch. But if I was rich, yes, day one.
So we're happy to leave it day one then.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just basing it
Yeah,
now
it looks pretty
entirely
cool.
on the, even though it's a really small team, but just that I really liked
Yeah.
the first game that really surprised me on PSVR 1. I thought it was
Yep.
going to be shit, to be honest, and it was really good. The next
So you
game.
always have horrible
Shit,
expectations.
you are mouths. The next game is
Yeah, leave it there.
Train Chase, which I've never heard of.
Yeah, trenches.
So just for now, tentatively, I'll put it in the don't know. But in case you lads know anything about it, like, do you want to elevate that?
No, I have no idea.
No.
We have the toy trains. That's a different one altogether.
That's out. That's already out.
Yeah, that's already out, and I don't know if this is like
Uh,
a train simulator of some kind.
No, this is a kind of like not wave shooter, like a rail shooter. You're on top of a train, and there's fucking things around that you shoot, but the graphics look like worse than Rec Room. It's like really fucking terrible. It's like mobile, worse than mobile games are fucking nice right now, but I mean like old school mobile fucking games. And it just you go right next to the train. There's little fucking things like little drones, and you just shoot at them. It looks like a fucking demo PSVR1 game. So
Let's put that in Mac. I think Mac.
But I'm not
You wanna-
interested. I'm not interested.
Not
at all.
interested? All right.
No,
I'll
I
be
don't
honest.
know.
Just based on the name and the logo, I'm kind of probably not interested either. Based on
I'm
that.
telling you, it's just how it looks. Look how it looks right now. Look at that screenshot or that picture. That's how the whole trailer is. You're on top of that train with that view, and there's little drones that go around on the left and your right, and you just pew them.
All right. You talked me
Next.
out of this. Next is Vector Ball.
Oh yeah,
Vector
Victor.
Ball. So it's like some kind of sports game, obviously.
I don't know anything about it. It looked really. And I saw
Ah,
some
you
screenshots, and
never-
it looks really low, kind of.
Are these games?
Wow.
Are these games
Vectors.
that you know from Quest, Jackpot? You must know these from.
Yeah,
Quest.
you guys don't do any research, huh?
Listen, this is
Listen.
your chance to
there was
educate
no
us.
time.
That's why you're
There
here.
was no
You're
time.
you're here to
Well, you're
voice
welcome.
your
You're
opinion
welcome.
and educate us. So tell us about this. Should I be excited about this?
You should definitely not be excited.
So straight into the meh.
Because
Not interested.
I don't even know how to explain it. It's just like you smack each other with balls,
Nice.
but it's
hot.
more like
Sounds
it's-
good. Sounds pretty good. It sounds pretty damn good.
But it's like the graphics look like just like shit, and it's like blocky characters supposedly want to be futuristic, but it's weird. I think it's just like a game like you have to hit the other person, and there's some type of mechanics in there. You can kind of like teleport a little bit, but I think it's kind of like hitting each
Dodgeball?
other.
Sounds like dodgeball.
No,
Is that what it is?
dodgeball will be fucking fun in VR.
Why don't we have a dodgeball game in VR? How come that doesn't exist? That would be fun.
Just
That's a good
throwing.
question.
Games
That's a
that
good
don't do throwing well.
Yeah. that's
Yeah,
true.
you're right. Yeah, can you imagine playing dodgeball with fucking breachers, fucking throw mechanics?
We need
No,
the
whatever,
eye,
we
we need
don't
the
be able
eye
to-
tracked throwing. We need that.
So no, I will say, Matt, not interested.
All right, that's where it
And-
goes.
And the Matt is being very polite.
All right, yeah, well, I wasn't going to be. I
We
didn't
should
wanna
have
be
a
rude.
lower category.
I didn't. Yeah, no,
I'm
I
not
didn't
trying
want
to
to
be rude
rude
either.
though.
I'm not
Though
trying
you
to be
want to
rude
you want to
either.
say trash. You want to add a trash category. I can tell you.
No,
do.
no, because I'm not trash. Nothing is trash.
It's- some things are trash. Something good dog, bad dog.
All right, fine.
All right, I think we can all agree because I don't like. Listen, you're the one who's played it, so
Yeah,
I'll
well,
judge.
take your-
I have not played it. I've
But
seen
you've seen it.
Okay,
yeah,
you're
if
you
you've
know
seen it,
you
then
know
you can...
about it. No, none of us, me or Muzz can't really say anything else. But
No,
this
you
next
won't, no.
one, I think we're all going to have an opinion on. Ghosts of Tabor,
Oh yeah.
day one,
Oh yeah. Pre-order that
one.
bitch.
ahead of Arcane Age in day one.
Yes, only because of the multiplayer aspect, because I'm such
Yep.
more of a
Okay.
multiplayer whore than single player games. So
Okay, we are in.
Graphic wise. Go ahead.
I was just going to say we're in unanimous agreement. Day one.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, graphics wise, obviously the Arcane Age is way better, but game mechanics, VR, interaction, multiplayer, yeah, that's
Well, we don't know about that for Arcane Age, honestly. Like, it might have the greatest interaction in VR we've
I
ever
expect it
seen.
will.
I
Like
don't-
Swordsman was
yeah.
really cool with the interact. Like you could pick up everything
Yeah.
and feed the horse and stick a carrot up its ass and do all the kind of things you
it
wanted
looks
to do.
really good. It looks really
And it's
good.
good.
But personal opinion, I
Yeah.
like preference. I like multiplayer more, so I'll pick Ghost of the War. But yeah, the Arcane Age looks pretty good.
Okay. Next one, another one I think we probably will all agree on. Aces of Thunder,
Day one.
day one.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm pretty excited for that too. It
Would
has
you
to
put
be
it
a
ahead
good
of
one.
Ghosts though?
Yes. I would.
Yeah.
It's
yep,
up to you guys. It's up to you
Yep,
guys if
yep.
you agree or not, but
I agree. Ahead of
I
Ghost.
just,
I
I
just
just
haven't
think I would
seen. I
be
just haven't
nervous.
seen enough of it to put it ahead of Ghosts though. I feel like I've seen enough, and I've seen more Ghosts of War. Like I know more about it.
Okay,
Whereas I've got more
But
questions
Aces
about
of-
Aces of Thunder.
But Aces of Thunder, Isn't this developer? They have the Aces of Thunder and the Flat, right? Is that the same game?
We got
Or am I
War
getting
Thunder,
Yeah, yeah.
War Thunder, War
Thunder.
Thunder.
It's the War Thunder devs.
Is
So.
it the
Yes,
same?
this is a
devs? Okay.
spin-off. This is a spin-off game.
All right, all right. So I'm not worried about graphics, about gameplay, because these devs already have it. They have the VR aspect on the PC. So I'm not worried. If you're worried about if it looks like trash or all that, for me, I'm not worried about that.
I'm not worried about visuals. I'm not worried about visuals. Just like
No,
everything.
no, no.
'cause
If it plays and everything.
okay, so you
No,
think ahead of Ghost of War then?
Either even or slightly ahead, because the Ghost of the Boar, for me, is going to be really fun. But what's going to make it slightly less appealing than this one is that it's only, or at least so far, it's only 3 players at a time that you can jump in. If we can do a private server, and there's like 15, 20 people that can join in there, okay, you join in different teams and you fight each other. But if it's just like that, that's why for me it limits it. Because Aces of Thunder, I feel like we can get a lot more fucking people to play together. For me, that's why I like Breachers more, and I don't like Breachers, but I have more fun in Breachers because there's just a lot more of us,
Okay.
For making lobbies, I'm assuming you'd be able to make a custom lobby in Aces of Thunder. Well, that'd be weird if they left that out.
Yeah.
But I think I would be more inclined to jump into Ace more often than Ghost of Tabor, just because like you have to be like in a mood to play Ghost of Tabor, where I just love flying games in VR. It doesn't really matter what kind of flying games it is. I just want more of them, and I just want to get in, fly around in cool World War II ships and shoot.
You convinced me. Aces of the War is currently the #1
Not
ahead
by
of
a
Ghost
lot.
of the War.
Just-
No, yeah, no, they're pretty hype. They're all the day ones are going to be pretty hype. All right, this next one, I don't even know how to say it. Aka R.
I think you got it.
It's like a weird.
Oh,
I think you said it right.
R.
the A's and the R's for you are impossible, huh?
How was A impossible?
But when the A and the R together,
Oh, together.
like,
Okay. Well, you say it
air.
then. You say it then.
I don't know fucking know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You say tried. At least I was brave enough to try.
Aka Arc.
There's
I
no
think
K.
it-
There's no K. It's a H at the
No?
end.
Fucking
A double O
Not
H.
interested.
All right.
Double.
You know, I'm gonna put it in not
Double-
interested either as well because I don't know. Well,
I
I don't know anything about it. Maybe just don't know.
It
Maybe just
sounds
don't know.
familiar. I'd have to like look at a
It's-
video.
It's I think it's like
Is it a rhythm type game or something?
it's fucking Atari. It's like you remember those old school games that you kind of like shoot. You have a little fucking what is it?
Space
like a plane
Invader,
or
Space
something?
Invader type thing.
Yeah, type of
Okay.
shit like that. It's not. It's just like a fucking acid trip visually stuff.
Okay,
It's nothing
okay.
that I think any of us will be. I'm gonna jump into play. I'll say, man, not interested.
Movemaster Mix thinks it should be day one.
Some people are into this.
I'm trying to find. How do you spell it?
AKKA, so Aka, and
Yeah.
then AOOH. R.
There's videos on YouTube. You can see them. Swarms of enemies. Huge
Swarms
combo
of
chain.
enemies. It
Okay,
just,
here's a video.
It's
Let me just look at it real quick.
included.
I should just be watching like little clips of each of these as you say them, just so I can actually just
I'm
take a
just putting
second.
it
Well, I've never. All these games that I've been talking to you about, Train Chase. Do you think I've met them? I know about them before. I was watching them as you guys were saying the names. So that's how I know.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
Is it
what
like-
I've been
it's like-
doing, Mike.
It's like really retro looking, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, from the screenshots I remember, it was really retro. But like with the bright colors and pinks and shit.
Yeah, I can see how this is not really my. Doesn't appeal to me, but it's cool to have this kind of genre. I mean,
Not
lots of people are
interested.
But
All
for,
right.
for me, it would be not interested.
All
Okay,
right.
not interested, but doesn't mean they're trash. I don't think this.
No.
For the type of
That's just
people that
for
want
us,
this shit, I
for
think
us.
it looks.
For me, it's not a game
Yeah.
like it's not that kind of style
Right.
for me.
And let's not go too long on each game as well because
No.
there's like 60 to
Yeah.
go through. All right. So,
Are we? Oh my god! I thought you were gonna do
Get
most
going.
of them. Okay, whatever. Here, next.
I'm struggling to read what the next one is because the way the image uploaded, it clipped out what it is. So I don't
Just put
know.
the no, nothing about it. Don't worry. Put the next.
Don't know anything about it. Okay, that's good. I like that.
Can't read it. No, nothing. About it.
This next one, I do know what it is, even though all these are fucking cut and clipped. Behemoths by Skydance. Same
Excited
behind
more.
The Walking Dead.
I'm excited to wait and see more.
Yep.
Okay, I think I
'Cause
agree. as well.
I still have no idea really what the.
All we've had is the cinematic Like
Yeah.
they've got the good pedigree, which makes me excited, but I just don't know anything about
Yeah.
it, so that's why I can't be, straight away day one.
No.
LSB says, "Are you really going to tier all these games?" Of course we are.
No.
Yeah. Next one is Big Shots, which we just talked about on the show. How hyped are you for Big Shots?
Not interested.
Oh, interesting.
I think I would go. I do want a mech game.
Wait and see, maybe.
Yeah, wait and see.
I think wait and see as well. So 2-1, we overpower you, Jackpot. We're waiting and we're seeing, whether you like it or not.
You got low expectations.
Next one is Black Hole Pool, which I think we need a good pool game. So I'm kind of excited to see more about that personally.
Is this the same guys that? This isn't the
Not the
same guys that
bowling,
did
not the
bowling
bowling,
game.
not the
No.
bowling. No. There's a separate bowling. They've got
Thank
their own pool
God.
game. This is not them. This is not them.
Oh man, if this can be like a proper pool game that has like really good physics and like runs great, and you can have like a 5 or 6 guys like just playing pool like and having fun, that would be a pretty high one on my list. Depends on what kind of
So
quality.
would you agree with excited to see more then?
I would
Day
say
one.
excited to see more.
And you,
Day
Jackpot? Your day one?
If
Is it?
If
Is there any? Is there any
there's
videos for
video.
it?
Yeah,
There is?
you can find it right now while I'm talking all this shit. If you want, if like Must said, is if the gameplay feels right, I feel like for me, it's because it depends. Some people may have fuck pool, but I think it'll be really fun. I'm looking at the video right now. It's like Rec Room, but with way better fucking graphics. There's like 5 people hanging out in the room. There's like like a bar. I'm sorry, a bar, and like 5 different tables, pool tables, and
Vegas.
you can. There's a bunch of different stuff. I think this could be if it works fine. The gameplay, and it looks like one of the clubs. Is that what you call them? The clubs, the sticks. The guy's
Cues,
using like a
cues,
fucking-
cues.
The cues, right? You unlock different ones, like fucking silly ones. This dude is hitting it with the fucking rolling, paint rolling thing. But it looks good for me. Day one, if everything works fine, day one. I think this will be really fun to play together on the stream.
Yeah, I'll say excited to see more. I need
I need to see
see
more
a little
as well.
bit more,
So, but I'm going to put it ahead of Behemoth because
Yes.
your day one is putting us ahead of Behemoth.
Yes.
All right. Next one then is Black Trail, which this seems to be like a Western kind of on rails shooter kind of thing, or wave shooter maybe, but it kind of seems maybe higher budget than you would expect. Like the visuals don't look that bad.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in a wait and see personally, but
I will probably either wait and see or not interested because remember that game? There was a fucking Western game that was kind of similar to this, but with shittier graphics. But it wasn't bad. It was just not my style. In the PSVR1, and there was like a story, and it was an old grandpa telling you the
yes,
story.
I reviewed that game. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. But no, Guns and Bullets or Bullets and something.
Right, some shit like that. Right, which wasn't bad.
It was
but
very
not my type of
cartoonish.
game.
That was very
Yes.
cartoonish. Whereas this, and you were shooting like cardboard cutouts. You weren't shooting actual.
Right. So this reminds me slightly like that, but like you said, with better graphics, and it looks like there's more movement around the map. You
Yeah.
can move around. So I will probably say wait and see. If it depends on the price too, but this obviously, if they were to put co-op, I'll say, man, I'll be more interested. But it doesn't look bad, not at all.
I'll
Like I
say
said,
I'll
especially
say
the
wait
movement.
and see. Wait
All
and
right,
see for me.
we're all in agreement. Next one, I'm gonna let you go to this one first because you're probably more into the sport than I am. Black Top Hoops, the basketball game.
Why are you not interested in this?
It's not basketball isn't big in Ireland. It's
Really?
it's an American thing.
I'm not too big into basketball either. I mean, we have basketball. We have breachers, so we have basketball.
Is it better than Breachers? Is the question. That's where the comparisons are going to be.
I mean, you can't top that basketball. I don't know how you can beat it.
All right, so where are we putting? I'm personally not interested. Moses sounds like maybe you're not interested, but Jackpot, can you make it a wait
I
and
would
see?
say
I don't. It doesn't look bad if you like basketball and you like to work out. I think
Why are you
it should
laughing?
be-
no.
Why are you laughing?
No.
Oh,
Why are you
not to
laughing?
you, but if it fits, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm saying because it looks like not a huge workout. It's not fucking Beat Saber, but it looks like you have to move your arms a little bit and do shit in there. I don't think it looks bad, but I'm personally not interested, especially
Yeah,
I
not
don't mind
interested.
watching
I never played the NFL game either. Like it's not
Right,
really my thing.
right.
But this is
Now, if
probably
they
like
ever made it, they ever made it, if they ever made a really cool hockey VR game, then that would pique my interest.
I
But
get the
it's the only
feeling
sport.
I haven't actually seen any footage of this, but I get the feeling it's not like a realistic simulation. It could be like really arcadey. So there's a potential for it to be fun for even someone like me who's not into basketball. Like that NBA Jam or whatever was like
Yeah,
Well,
goofy
it's
or
not
whatever.
fucking simulation, but it's not as arcadey as you might think. I mean, you should eventually watch
Okay,
some
okay.
videos. I mean, you move around the thing, and you press a button to jump, and you move your arm to like throw the fucking ball and stuff, and you can I think dribble it right with moving your hands around. So it's a little bit more than arcadey. But it's not fucking. It doesn't look like simulation. But still, I'm not interested. But I don't think it looks bad if you like basketball. Like if you like NFL, I heard the game is not bad. But I'm not into American football.
yeah. Not
Okay.
interested. Just like I was not interested in Aka or whatever that game was.
Okay.
Not that it looks bad. It's just not my next one.
Bloody Hell Hotel. I really like the look of the trailers of this
Is
one.
that on the cover? Suki?
No. But don't let the cover put you off, because this is the one that, I don't know if you've seen the trailer where you're moving through the hotel really quickly, you're tapping things and like magically rearranging shit, and it's got like a Tim Burton kind of a look to it, or feel.
The graphics look really good.
It looks like high production value, like, yeah. And the animations and
excited.
everything look good, so
Yeah,
yeah,
I
excited
think
to see more.
excited to see more. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Jack,
Yeah.
White, you agree? Okay.
Excited to see more. Yeah.
Like it's a game that we haven't like nothing looks like it, so it's like
Weird-ass
a
game.
very
I don't know
original,
what the
very
fuck this
original
is,
looking
but-
game.
Mick
but
agrees.
yeah,
Well, actually, no.
yeah.
Mick thinks it's a day one. Mick thinks it's a day one title. This next one is
Almost. Yeah. Almost.
Border Bots VR. I have never heard
Hold
of
on.
this.
Hold on, before you made a mistake.
What's
This
I do?
game,
What's I
whatever
do?
you just talked about, put
Bloody
it in
Hell
front.
Hotel?
In my opinion, yeah, in my opinion, I'm more excited about that than Behemoth, and I want to know more about that than Behemoth, a lot more.
I have a feeling
What
Behemoth. I think I'm more excited for Behemoth than I am Bloody Hell Hotel.
How about you, Muzz? Because you haven't seen the video. Once you see the video and you look at the quality, and
No,
the
I've seen Bloody Hell Hotel. I saw the trailer, and it does look really good. But I think just the more intrigue, I guess, about Behemoth. So I think I would still keep that ahead of it, even though it's neck and neck. I think both of them.
For
are-
me, it's Behemoth keeps getting compared to like Shadow of the Colossus. Like the enemies are going to be like massive scale.
yeah,
Which
and I
kinda
think
has
it's
me
going to be
excited.
pretty. I think it's going to be pretty high quality. Like I think it has to be. Like if it's
Well,
not,
they've made
if it's not
100
like
million.
yeah. No, I mean Behemoth. Like Behemoth seems like it has to be like a knock it out of the park kind of game. Like it'll be a disappointment if it's not like top tier. So I think it's more on my hype than Bloody Hell.
All right. Well, I'm just saying, Skydance, they made 100 million on Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They can put that money into Behemoth and make it nice and polished. Anyway, Border Bots, which is this a racist game? I don't know. Don't know what's going on with this. Do you know anything about this one?
I have no idea.
racist, you idiot.
Have you heard of this, Jackpot? Because me and Buzz don't know
Yes.
anything about it. And what do you
There's
think?
nothing racist about Borders, you idiot. Listen, it's a futuristic game. It's a futuristic game that has some graphics kind of like fucking better than Job Simulator, but kind of that. I don't
Okay.
even know what the fuck it is. The trailer is just like you're in a
Okay, so you
world,
don't know.
like a futuristic world, and you just fucking grabbing
Is
shit.
it like
and stamping
Papers? Have you heard
shit.
of Papers, Please? Or is it just like the VR copy of Papers, Please?
I've heard about that game. It looks graphically kind of like that, but I don't know what this fucking game. The gameplay, the trailer is just.
We're
some
just gonna
dude
put it in
stamping.
don't know. Just put it in don't know because we don't.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
obviously
just
we can't
move
speak.
on.
We can't speak.
Move
to
on.
Oh shit! This one is like fucking. What is it? Cartridge Rebirth or some shit? I can't remember the full title. It's cut off.
What the hell are these games, man? you could have just cut this list down to like stuff that we just knew.
We can put them
No.
straight into don't know. Just put them straight into
Yeah.
don't know because I don't know.
I don't know.
The next one's Compound.
Compound.
Never heard of it. Don't know anything about it.
I don't know.
Straight
Like,
into don't know.
Some of these
It's-
games, if I had time to like just kind of bring up a screenshot or like
Oh,
at least
no.
like
There's
look
no
at them,
time.
if-
No time.
I'm not
Next
done.
time.
There's
Next
no
time.
time.
Put it on.
We'll
put it-
revisit this in a few months.
Oh
So,
my god!
yeah.
Just put it on fucking not interested. It's not bad. It's
Why?
like an old ass.
Okay, you know about it. Okay, I didn't know you knew about it. Not interested. All right, fine, relax.
No, not interested.
Next one is Corridor. Which seems-
Corridor.
How does Muzz understand and you don't? Why is Muzz?
I
not there to send
understood
you
it
out?
because I'm looking at the words. Listen,
Go on. What have you got to say about Corridor?
I have to say that the graphics are not good, but I'm not interested. Listen, it looks
It's
like
a horror game though, isn't it? It looks like a horror vibe.
Yeah, but it's
It
kind of
sounds like a horror game.
and it's kind of blocky and like kind of dreams-ish graphics. And
All right, so not
puzzles.
interested. Not interested.
Not interested.
Muzz, are you interested?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
Yeah. You won't be interested, Muzz. I don't think you will.
Oh, okay. So this next one we just talked about as well is Cube Viewer, the one with the
Not
mods.
interested.
Not interested. Muzz?
Don't know much about it, so not interested. I guess.
Okay. I was going to say wait and see, but the two of you have outmaneuvered me. But I'm going to
Wait.
put it at the top of the pile of the wait and see, or not
Was
the
this
wait and
the
see.
was this the
not interested.
was this the mech? Was this the mech one?
No, this is the
Where's this
Minecraft clone with the nice
Oh.
lighting effects.
Dude,
I'll say wait and see. I'll say wait and see.
Put that train chase all the way on almost all the way at the bottom. That does not deserve to be there. The train one.
Oh, you mean not? No, we do know something, but that's not interested though.
Yeah, but put it all the way.
It's at the
Yeah,
bottom.
no,
It's at the bottom. It's done.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
done.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. The next one is Phenotype. Or I think it's Phenotype. I can't see the first letter. It could be Xenotype or something like that. but-
Could be genotype.
Could be. Who knows what it is? I'm gonna say I don't know anything about it.
Genotype, bitch.
Genotype. That was this. Genotype.
Ah, you don't know nothing. This
I
is
don't-
a questable game. This
All
is a
right,
questable
Pheno-
all
game.
right. Talk me into it.
Put
talk
it
me
on
into
the no. Put it on
Phenotype.
the
Phenotype
on
sounds
the
like something that you don't
main-
want to be. I don't know, but
wait and see. It looks like slightly a little bit like the persistence ish.
You said wait and see. That's where you think it should be.
Yes.
Okay.
It looks a little bit like the persistence.
I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it.
sure.
You said it's already out in Quest though, or is it coming to Quest as well?
It's out on the questicle.
Well, then it should be a known quantity then. Why wouldn't you play it on Quest?
Because I don't have time and I don't have
Because
money
you're not
to buy the
interested.
fucking game.
Because you're looking at it, and you say meh, not interested.
You fucking idiot. Wait and see.
All right, fine. I'm putting it at the end of wait and see because you kind of defeat your own point by not waiting and seeing.
No,
when
put
came
it
out to
behind
Quest.
that cube shit. Put it all the way in the.
Yeah, it is. That's
Yeah.
at the end. It's at the end. All right. This next one's kind of interesting. I think it could do well. Golf Plus,
Day one.
day one.
Because of the same. If we have fun with mini golf,
Yeah.
this is also multiplayer. We're gonna have fun with
yeah.
this because
But
it's
what if it's bad?
it's not bad because it's on the questicle, bitch.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
Well, it's good. It has
What
good
is-
reviews. Go and look
What
at
is
it.
it?
It has good reviews.
What does it look like? Did you see gameplay? Gameplay footage.
What do you mean?
Hold on, it's like Tasuki's put it in here. Not put it in. I don't mean to sound like that, but you know, he's putting some input in saying he says the graphics are good, and then puts it down saying the graphics are bad. The heck! I don't know what game he's talking about though.
The one that you were just talking about that he was like going back and forth with maybe.
The gameplay. Remember that
Genotype.
PSVR one game with the golf.
I'm sorry. What are you talking? I'm lost. Where are we putting Golf Plus? Where are we putting Golf
Day
Plus?
one.
Muzz?
Day one. I can't say day one because I don't know enough about it. I didn't even see like gameplay, so I'll say excited to see more. But
Remember
I
the
do want to
golf-
play golf.
What about that?
The fucking-
At the top of excited to see more.
What? Yeah. What does it look like? Did you see gameplay, Jackpot?
Yeah. We
So,
have
is it-
played
is
it
it-
before.
Real? Is it like on the realistic side, or is it like
The graphics look good. I mean, it's not fucking 40 realistic, but it's not shit graphics. It's good. You know, it's good graphics.
So it's not.
Are
It's
the
not. It's
physics
above,
good though?
It's above Walkabout Mini Golf, but it's not like Tiger
yeah,
Woods.
fuck yeah. The only thing that the characters look like the characters from the Quest menu. The Quest, you have an avatar for the Quest in your home. Those are the avatars, right? So you have no legs, but
Okay.
the graphics are not bad, and the fucking actual green and the trees and everything, fucking billion. It looks way more realistic. The mini golf, even though we love that game, that fucking trash ass graphics. No, this is good. I'm telling you, dude. Especially multiplayer.
All right, you've
Day
talked
one.
to me. You've talked to me to day one, but after
I'll
Arcanage.
say, yeah. If you
Because of
can,
at the
multiplayer.
bottom
Because of
of day one.
multiplayer. Yeah, it's in
Yeah,
bottom
because
day
I
one.
will say,
Okay.
Day one, especially if you can get in like a golf cart and ride around to the golf cart. Then it's an automatic buy for me if you can get in the golf cart.
Maybe it's ahead of Arcanage.
If it has a golf cart, that you can like run around and ram into each other, then I would put it ahead of.
I'm putting it ahead of.
I'll put it ahead of Ace's Thunder if it had a golf cart.
All right, I'm putting it there. Third place.
I just want to ram into people on the golf course. That's all I want to do.
The next one is Chrome Maya, which I've never heard of. It was really hard to find anything about it. So when I googled this, it was only like a PS4 game. I couldn't see any viewer footage or anything like that.
Put it at the bottom.
Put it at, I don't know anything about it.
Sure.
Next one, I'm going to immediately say is a day one for me. Lo-fi.
Nope.
I'm going to say excited to see more.
Yep.
Excited to see more? Both of you?
Yeah, because it has such a cool premise and it has such good promise, but right. I just need to see more.
At the top, I'm putting it at the top of excited to see more. Ahead of Pool.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ahead of Pool. Fuck off. It's not going to be. It's not going to be worse than Pool.
Listen.
I don't know.
Lo-fi different. Lo-fi is probably, if it's good, it's gonna be good. Single player, whatever. But Pool, multiplayer. That's where the shit is at. Anyways, whatever. You're a bitch. Next up.
Oh, hold on a second. No, Muzz can be the decider here. Muzz, should Pool be ahead of Lo-fi? I think it should. No. He thinks it shouldn't. All right, so there you go.
I mean, Pool should be day one, at the end of day one. But you guys are bitches.
Well,
so
we need to see more of us. I need to see more of us.
Fine.
I'm more excited for the golf game than Pool. So,
well, golf is ahead of us. What?
I'm more excited for the Pool than the golf because
Why?
the golf it's really fun. Because the Pool, it's more like it seems a lot more social.
You know what's going to bother me about Pool?
So is poker. So is the poker game, but we don't play that all the time.
Yeah,
that's that's the most social game that you have.
You know what's going to annoy me about Pool is that you're not gonna be able to have the lean on the table. You need to be leaning on the table when you're playing Pool.
Oh, you're right.
It's just gonna feel weird, like lining up your hands in the air like that. Anyway, the next
people are gonna be falling forward. People are gonna fall on their faces playing that game.
The next one, and I'm gonna say day one straight away. Madison VR.
Oh, when is that coming out?
February.
Soon.
You say that for every game. You don't say any other month for any other game. You always say February. So obviously you're gonna get one or two right.
Nope.
Listen, is it day one or not?
Yes.
Of course, bitch. Day
Okay,
one, put it all the way in front of.
It's ahead of golf, at least.
Yes.
But is it ahead of Ghost of Tabor?
No.
It stays third place. It stays in third. The next one, we're all happy with that.
Yep.
Max Mustard.
I'm
not interested in that one either.
I actually did see a little bit of that. It doesn't look great.
Yeah. Astrobot day one, but Mustard. No offense, not for me.
It looks like it has like platforming, like it's like a platformer.
Yeah, the platform doesn't look bad or anything, but I'm not really. If it was like said Astrobot, I might be more interested, but I just don't understand how they.
I think
We're like, okay, this name is pretty Max Mustard.
I'm more interested in the other platformer, which I think is on the list that you're going to get to eventually.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
I hope you're right.
2 hours later.
Well, if you keep talking, it will be 2 hours later, bitch.
Fine.
Next is Mixture.
That's the one. I was just about to say that. That's the one.
No, this is not a platformer. This is not a platformer.
Is it Mixture the one that's like the same kind of style as
Mixture reminds me of the Wizards or
no.
What's the other game?
Mixtures is like
Mixture is definitely your first person. You got like 2 floating hands, and you got like magic spells on your hand, and you can cast spells.
But it's like Moss. It's like Moss, where you have
no.
Nope.
Which one am I thinking of? I thought that was Mixture.
You're thinking of Fen or whatever the fucking game.
No. There's a game where you're controlling like a character, like you do in Moss, like where you're controlling Quill, and you're and you're also interacting with your hands. And I thought that was Mixture.
Is this one?
That is this one.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, you could.
Yes.
There's a little tiny
right.
creature.
So are you the giant creature? Do you have hands that's casting spells, or am I thinking of a completely different game?
No.
Yes,
you don't
you're helping your guy like you do in Moss.
Okay. That would explain the name Mixture as well. It's all adding up.
It's also much more it's more about combat and like fast-paced fighting than Moss was. Moss was more chill. I think this one's more like going on in it. And then the little guy that you're interacting with, I think he has like wings or something that he can like kind of fly around or something. I'm not sure, but it looks cool. I'll say excited to see more because I think that game.
Okay.
Not interested after basketball for me.
I'm going to put a wait and see then to be the middle ground because I want to
fair
wait
enough.
and see. Also, apologies, Muzz, you were right.
When are you right?
Every other time. You're bringing this up as a big thing now because it's the first time it's happened. You're like, oh wow. Anyway,
I'm gonna run to Amanda and tell her what happened.
Tsuki says Madison is February 2nd. Posted that in Discord the other day. You never saw, so I just told Jackpot it was February. I never said that we didn't know the days. We discussed the days in the last episode, I think.
Discussed it in November.
But Jackpot doesn't remember, so we have to remind him every time.
I fucking show the receipts on the fucking Discord because nobody believed me.
I'm saying it doesn't count because you guess everything for February, so it's not.
No,
impressive.
I don't.
Yes, you. Well, I've never heard you guess another month. I've never heard you say another month.
No. Listen, really quick,
February's
because I
only
want
month.
to be there proud. I told you Breachers was coming soon. And everybody's like,
And it wasn't. You said it was coming November. You didn't say it was coming soon. You said it was coming November, and it got delayed to December. So that was wrong.
you always want to fucking break. Yeah, I told you Breachers is coming soon, and you're like, it hasn't.
No. You didn't say soon. You said November. You said November.
That's it. We're derailed, everyone. It's over.
All right. Listen.
Back to the list.
Dead Hook.
Back to
Dead
the
Hook.
list.
Dead Hook.
Thank
The
you.
Doom game. The Doom game. Which isn't Doom.
No, actually,
Awesome.
wait and see.
I'll say wait and see.
Okay, I'm gonna say wait and see as well. But where do I put it on the list? Like pretty high.
Pretty
up?
high.
Maybe
Yeah.
the top one. Maybe the top one. Ahead of Big Shots.
Yes.
Big Shots. Maybe
Why
Big Shots
is
shouldn't
Big
be
Shots
that.
so
I don't know
high?
because you
For
never
me-
like what should be second. Black Trail.
Yes.
Minecraft.
What was
Black
Big
Trail
Shots? Big Shots was the mech game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I guess
Okay,
they're pretty similar.
I'm
from
I'm more excited for the mech game, I think, than
That should be
then,
fine. Yeah, the
that-
Mega
that should be
Black
the
Trail.
second
So okay, second for Black Trail or
But-
Mech. Big Shots. God damn it, I can't speak.
You pick because I'm
put mixture.
I'm
I'm put mixture ahead of Black Trail though. Will I?
yeah.
Why is that cube so high up? Do you guys want to watch?
It's not that high. It's second last. From wait and see anyway. All right, the next game is Operation Serpens, which I've actually been offered a review code for, but I looked it up a little bit. So it looks kind of like a Jesus, what would it is? Kind of like Crisis Brigade, that kind of a look to it.
Yep.
But maybe
Yep.
worse graphics.
Like blocky looking.
Really blocky, yeah. But like it's got like some kind of cool ragdoll. Like it's not out yet, by the way. It's just like if you're interested, reach out.
Get the code, man. Get the code and try it out.
I'm kind of not interested.
I'll say don't know anything about it, so I'll say
It's Crisis Brigade with just slightly different, but it looks like the same, similar type shit.
So where would you put it?
I'm personally, fuck. If I had a lot of time and they gave me a code, I'll get really high and play this for a little bit. But I will say, personally, I'm not interested and put it probably after
Blacktop.
Probably after Blacktop, yeah, because Blacktop looks
Decent,
better in
yeah.
my opinion.
Okay, that's
Better
fair
than
enough.
this Serpent.
next.
Next one is Mannequin. I think this could be day one.
Is this a horror game?
This is it's a multiplayer game from Fast Travel Games where it's kind of like a bunch of people are in a room. It's like humans versus aliens, and the alien can disguise itself as a frozen human, and there's a bunch of frozen humans in the room. So I just
I'll definitely say excited to see more.
yeah, maybe
definitely.
maybe that was fair because they only showed a CG trailer. They didn't actually show any actual gameplay. So
But it does have it sounds like a cool concept, and it could be fun to stream.
Do you shoot? Is it like you shoot at this fucking thing?
I think,
Right? 'Cause you have
it's
a
kind of
gun.
like a social game where you're kind of like you're working together to try and figure out which one of these things is like you got like
But
a
on the
scanner.
trailer,
I think you
right,
scan
okay,
things
that's
and
what
shit.
it looks-
Is it one of the is it the one of the players is the bad guy that they're trying to like?
Yeah, I
trick
think it's
you,
like
or is it-
it's synchronous, or something
Yeah.
maybe like
Yeah.
4v1 or
It's-
something like that, or maybe 3v2 or
And
something
the
like
graphics
that.
obviously for CGI, but for me, this wait and see or excited to see more. Sorry, I will put it in my opinion. It's because you fucking lo-fi. I don't know why. I'll put it probably higher than lo-fi.
I think I agree
Not-
because I
Yeah.
kind of want this down because I trust Fast Travel Games. They just put out that vampire game, which is like really
Yeah.
popular,
Yeah,
did well,
I'll say.
and
I'll
just has
say
a really
about
cool
it.
style.
And if they show more, once they show more, if we actually think about it and like it, I think that's gonna be high up on day one, probably after Madison, or even no, probably after Ghost of Tabor, in my opinion.
Okay. This next one is going to be the new leader, in my opinion, but we'll see if you can talk me down. Phasmophobia.
Meh.
One.
Day one.
Meh.
Meh. Listen,
know
be honest.
nothing about
Maybe, yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't. I've seen your streams. You don't know a thing about it. Ahead of Aces of Thunder, ahead of Ghost of War, ahead of everything.
Yes,
Muzz, you agree?
Not for me. I want Aces
Ooh.
of the Thunder more, but you
Oh,
guys
you're
can
outnumbered. You're
overpower me on that.
outnumbered.
Yeah.
Get overpowered.
Close, but yes, but definitely Phasmo. I'm got a boner just thinking about it right now.
I just know Aces of Thunder. I can get home even if I'm jump in and play like a fun multiplayer match and like just have fun flying around. But I can't play this game probably and have fun with just randoms. So I would have to wait until you're streaming and or joining up with you guys to jump in and play. So that's why Aces of Thunder is ahead of you or ahead of it. Just because I can just have fun playing it anytime, I think, without having to worry about like talking to other players and stuff.
Yep. Keep in mind, Phasmophobia also has a single player.
Yeah,
component,
who gives
you
a
know.
shit? Who gives a shit?
I think that'd be super fucking scary. If like, you really want to scare yourself, I think play that shit
Yeah.
in single player. You'd be shitting your pants.
The scariest game. you can play
No,
in
I
my
think
opinion.
if I wanted to play it, I'll play Madison for like the real scary single players.
Okay. Understandable. This next one is also one that's kind of been cut out, so I can't see the actual title of the game. I see.
You see that?
What's that saying? PlayStation teaser is what it says. So that part is fucking.
PlayStation teaser. Where are you gonna place PlayStation
Operation-
teaser, guys?
Version T-Bag, T-Bear. What does it say?
How do I get out of this?
T-Bear.
Can't make it out, so just delete that one and go on. Move on.
Yeah, let's just
Don't know.
let's just act like that's not an issue.
Act like it.
That was
act
never
like it doesn't
there.
exist.
Whatever that game's there. It could be good though. I feel like it could be a good one. So worried about this.
We're passing over like one of the top ones that we just wanted to talk about.
LSB says, I'm very surprised that you did one Ghost of Tabor. Ghost of Tabor is like one we've talked about the most, I think. Anyway, next one is Samurai Slaughterhouse.
I'll say wait
Not
and see.
interested. I saw it already. I saw a trailer.
I'll put it at the end of Wait and See. No, I'm going to put it ahead of...
Yeah.
I think it's like black and white.
I'm going to put it
graphics
behind
type of
Mixture,
stuff.
but ahead of Black Trail because it looks cool. Like, visually it looks cool. It's like
Ahead of the cube. Yeah.
it's ahead of
Yeah.
Black Trail as well, I think.
Different style to it. Looks unique, though.
Next one is Happy Funland. I'm excited to see more about this one.
Excited to see more.
But maybe at the end of excited to see more.
Yep. At the
Yeah.
end.
All right. That was easy.
It just seems like it's being way overshadowed by like better scary games, I think.
And we've got another issue with the next one where I can't make out what the fuck it's supposed to be. It looks like a cloud, a sky. Oh, wait, no. Is this the Sky Climb or something? Sky Climb. Where I don't know anything about it. So regardless, it goes in, don't know anything about it. But Jackpot, maybe you know about it.
Nah.
No.
I don't.
The next one is the Firmament VR. This is like a puzzle type game. I think it's already out on other platforms where some of the reviews I saw was like it struggles with like VR only mechanics. It kind of feels maybe like a flat game.
I'll say not interested.
It kind of looks nice though, like visually.
Yeah.
Not interested.
I feel like we might be
Okay.
like I feel like we might be like unknowingly harsh on some of these games and
Probably, I think it'll be
try to better than we
masterpieces.
think. A lot of people watching right now could be like thinking
Train
like some of these
Chase
games
is a
are-
masterpiece. Those idiots.
What are you?
Max
You guys
Mustard.
have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't disrespect Max Mustard like that.
I mean, if I would have had a week to like look into all these games, I might have had better opinions. But short notice, so I'm just kind of winging it.
Bless, we'll revisit this. Yeah. We will revisit this.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to just throw it on you like this, but we were stuck for content, so I was like, shit, we have to fill it out. If I knew we were going to talk about Honor and Duty for an hour, we wouldn't even be doing this, you know?
Yeah. Definitely. It's always expected. You have like 3 topics, but we just keep rambling about something for way too long.
It's usually Firewall shitting on Sony. I'm glad we changed the topic.
Yeah, it's nice, refreshing.
Change it up.
Paint the town.
Speaking of Firewall,
how about the toggle grip? Paint the town red, viewer. It kind of looks like Minecraft visuals.
Yeah, it's. Not
Yeah, that's the.
interested.
This is the one where they're just coming at you and you can like blow their heads up by like punching them and stuff.
It's got some violence going on.
Yeah, it seems chaotic, but I don't think it's a multiplayer game. I think it's just a
It's
single
paint.
player.
What is it called?
Paint the town red. Rojo.
I'll say not interested for now.
I'm also not interested, but I'm probably more interested than I am in Train Chase, so it goes right above Train Chase. Next one is Stilt. Where again,
Doesn't sound familiar to me.
I don't know anything about it. So Jack, well, on this, you got something to say about us?
Yeah, this game is, like I said, trash, but not interested.
Is it better than Max Mustard?
No.
No. Max
No.
Mustard. All right, I'm
This
sorry.
looks like I don't even know what the fuck. You got like some octopus fucking hands, and you're like wobbling around, moving around. It's like a kind of platformer that you collect coins. It looks very, no offense, very Dreams
Okay,
type of shit. So no, not interested at all. All the way in the bottom.
it's in the bottom. Done. Sushi Ben.
Oh yeah.
Not interested.
It's a food game, so it's a day one for you, Jack. Well, food
Not day
situation.
one. Not day one, but I will say not interested, but put it kind of higher because it kind of higher than the slit one, whatever the fuck it's still.
The slow Stilt. Okay.
Yeah.
Put it ahead of Compound.
Listen,
All right, so I don't even know about Compound, so yeah, whatever. I don't care.
yeah, that fits perfect. Yeah.
This next one actually I'm kind of interested in. Requisition VR. This is kind of one where you got like, you start off, you have time to like barricade yourself in, so you got like hammer up boards on the window, and then like these waves of enemies come in. You got like realistic kind of weapons going on, and I always thought it looked interesting, but I kind of didn't look at it too much because it didn't have a PSVR2, official thing up. But obviously it is coming to PSVR2. The devs must have said. So I'm excited to see more, I would say, on this one.
I'll say excited to see more.
After having Saints and Sinners, I feel like it's hard to get a zombie game that is almost identical in this sense. This game looks identical to Saints and Sinners, except not the greatest mechanics.
Okay. So you've played this?
No, but I've seen the trailer and there's gameplay of it, and it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look not even close to Saints and Sinners. For me, I would say I'm not interested just because we have Saints and Sinners. If we didn't have that, I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay,
Whatever.
so I might drop it down to wait and see then. But like
Sure, if you want.
high up and wait and see. I might put it ahead of Dead Hook.
It sounds like it could be good.
For
I don't
me-
know enough about it, but I'll go on your guys' opinion if it seems like it's a cool shooter.
No, it doesn't look that cool to me. For me, is
Okay,
Wait
I'm
and see.
going to say wait and see because I've only seen the trailer. I haven't seen proper gameplay or anything, so
Fair enough. Wait and
you
see.
saw the trailer with gameplay trailer or no?
I don't know which one it was. I saw it like ages ago, but I just remember
Right,
like
for
there were barricade windows
behind the
and
cube. For me, behind the cube, but whatever.
behind the cube. Holy shit! Okay, I'll knock it down a bit.
Yeah.
So I'll knock it to in front of Samurai's Slaughterhouse, but behind Mixture. All right, just to even us out a bit. Richie's Plank Experience. Apparently, that's not
Not interested.
not interesting.
I'm not interested. I mean, it's just like a gimmick thing. Like
Yeah.
that was there ages ago on computer, like PC.
Putting it ahead of Sushi Ben. I'll play it before Sushi Ben. I'll tell you that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck Sushi Ben.
I mean,
I haven't seen it.
at
I don't know
least-
anything
at
about
least
Sushi Ben. But
But the point
least-
is, it's one and done, and you're not gonna get Daisy or anything. Oh, cool! I'm walking in here.
At
just,
least the walking plank. At least the walking plank would be fun to like put a family member in and see them like
yeah,
freak out or something.
yeah, it has some
Right.
value that way. I'm still not interested. I still want to do it, so that's why it's in the not interested.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Fine.
okay, next one, The Infinite Inside. Don't know anything
Damn.
about this.
I have no idea what the hell that
What
is.
the fuck is that?
All right,
Next.
we'll leave that. Next, Ultra Wings
Damn.
2. Ultra Wings 2.
You are, yeah, Ultra Wings too.
Ultra
I'm
Wings
Ultra-
2.
I'm
I'll
Ultra Wings
say
Excited to
I'm
see
either-
more.
I'm either wait to see more or excited.
I'm kind
Aces of Thunder is kind of like stealing that spotlight
Yeah.
big time for
Yeah.
me. So I'm not really. I don't need two playing games, and if I was gonna choose the two, there's no way it's above Aces of Thunder. So I'll say,
I'm gonna put it behind Happy Fun Land, like right at the end
Yep.
of Excited
Yeah.
to see more.
yeah, yeah.
just because, in my opinion, just the infinite inside of you, I say just because of the graphics and what it
I
looks like,
didn't
I
say
will
that.
put
That's
it.
not the name of the
What
game.
kind of name is that? What kind of game name is that?
I think you need to put it on either don't know nothing at the first or kind of somewhere in man not interested. 'Cause
Listen, the
once you
ranking
put
of the
graphics,
don't know anything doesn't mean anything because we don't know anything
I
about these
fine,
games.
bitch. Whatever. Then it does mean. There you go.
All right, I'll just to make you happy because it doesn't make any difference anyway. But
Makes a lot of difference.
next one is
Infinite,
Throwdown.
infinite
Throwdown.
inside you. Infinite
Disgusting.
inside.
That's why. Yeah,
you.
that's why he wants us. That's
The
why he
deepest
wants
of the
us.
gap.
That's why he's day one for him. Throwdown. I don't know if you've heard about this. I haven't.
Yes.
Yes. Tell me about it.
Damn, you don't know nothing about games.
These
Huh?
are quest games. So I don't care. I don't care about quest games.
It's soon to be a VR2 game.
And once
Not
it gets a trailer or gameplay on PSVR2, I'll start to pay attention to it. So what are you going to tell me about
whatever.
this one? What are you going to tell me?
Don't know
Fighting.
nothing about it.
You don't know anything
Punchy,
about it? I thought you said you did know something about it.
Nope.
Liar.
What were you saying? He
Liar.
doesn't know it.
Shadowgate.
Oh yeah, Shadowgate. Yeah.
He's just making shit up now. He's just making shit up now.
No, yeah, Shadowgate VR. Yeah, it's not,
What is Shadowgate?
Shadowgate is fucking. The graphics are not terrible, but they're not kind of like Swordsman VR
fight-
graphics. No, it's not a fighting game. It's like you go in. It's like puzzly. You go inside a fucking.
It's not like a dungeon
type of
crawler shit.
thing. Yeah, kind of like a dungeon type of shit. In my opinion, not interested. But it doesn't look trash. Remember that game, The Wizards or whatever, and you had like a fucking your hand, you do different fucking
Yeah,
movements.
yeah.
and It looks better graphically, but it looks very similar to the inside like a castle or dungeon.
How
and you
about
fucking
wait
do
and
it.
see then?
Sure.
For
Wait.
me, not interested, but yeah, sure. Wait and see at the end.
I'm a little bit interested.
You know what? Yeah, wait and see at the end. Yeah.
Why is genotype in wait and see? Did you put that there?
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
All right, fair enough.
Graphics and everything.
Umami Grove. Which looks like a cooking game, maybe. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know. I'm just going
Oh,
by
yeah.
the logo. I don't know anything about it.
Not interested.
Do you
Don't
know
know.
this?
Guy, why do you guys hate food? You don't hate food, pumpkins. I know that. So why
I
don't
didn't
you want
shut
to
your mouth. I don't even know if
I
it is a
don't-
food game. I don't even know. But I'm just looking.
It's-
I see a pot of food in the logo, so I'm guessing it is, but I don't know anything about it.
Listen, you got an inventory, and you're outside in the woods, and you got to cook, and you grab a pan, and you got some mushrooms.
So where does it
and you
go?
can
Where
play
does it
the
go?
drum.
Where does it go?
I just wanna. I'd want to cook.
Not
I want to
interested.
cook. I want to cook in real life where I can eat the food. I want to be able to eat the food that I make. I don't want to make food in VR and then not be able to eat it. So it's
Yeah,
just
this
some fun-
game you walk around and collect the fucking the fucking things that you need.
That's
like
better
go to
than
the
Ben.
tree,
That's
climb
better
the
than
tree.
Sushi Ben. I'm putting it ahead of Sushi
Yes,
Ben.
yes, better than sushi. Better than Rich's mom.
Oh, this next one's interesting. I see a lot of people hyped for it, but I've never looked too deeply into it myself. Undead Citadel.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this a lot.
excited to see. Well, I won't say excited to see more. I don't think it's a day one for me, but
No.
Is it ahead of Pool or Behemoth or
No.
where does it go?
No.
Where does it go?
For me, at the end, even after Ultra Wings,
Okay.
it looks really good, like graphically and stuff. But it's just like,
I'd put it in front of Happy Funland. But some
yeah, I think so. That's where I put it too.
all
all
right,
right, get overpowered, bitch.
I agree. Yeah, that's fine.
Soul Covenant is next, which looks like an anime type situation. It's tier 1 for Tasugi.
Day one,
But
top of the list.
yeah, I don't know anything about
Is
it.
this
So
I don't
this is a
Don't know.
questicle game? It's kind of like this for me, not interested. It looks like some weird bugs or whatever the fuck come at you, and you have to like swing at them like with your fucking weird futuristic sword robot shit. Nah, I don't think neither of us will be remotely interested in this. It's not terrible graphically. It's not great graphically either, but
but is it better than Train Chase?
of course, oh fuck yeah,
So
yeah.
where
I'd
does
say
it go,
put
then?
it after not the basketball one, like the third place.
Third place? Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, watch the trailer.
Next one, Workshop Simulator.
Not interested.
Not interested either.
Damn.
But
You guys don't like any of the simulators?
Not really. Like once Job Simulator kind of did it, it's like, what do I care
Or
about
job
now?
simulators? Different.
So
I
what do you
mean, no.
want?
What are you gonna? I'm just not interested. But it's just
High up in the not interested? I put it ahead of the anime game.
yes.
Fair enough.
And I don't think it's an anime game per se, but yeah, it's like more
Well,
robot
it's got anime
futuristic.
style in the art and shit. The next one is System Critical 2. Yeah, System Critical 2. I've never heard of the first one. So, I mean, I just want to put it in. Don't know anything about it.
Where did we put Where did you
terrible.
put Shadowgate?
Shadow Gaze is up at Wait and See. Second last.
I
I'll, I knew I remembered the name. I'm just watching some videos of it. I'm actually excited to see more, just
Oh,
because I think
interesting.
I think it looks
Which
like a
one?
cool style. Shadowgate. I think it's
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
I think it looks pretty good.
Well, if I
Yeah.
up it to the top of Wait and See, ahead of Dead Hook.
Yeah, that seems fair.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This
Uh,
game, the Citadel, if you want to leave it there, don't know nothing. I mean, might as well because it looks very not great.
Mick says 2 for System Critical 2. So Mick is into it.
All right.
But I don't know. I don't know anything about it. I don't feel confident enough to say. I don't feel confident enough to say half things about anything. But Jackpot's got some knowledge of these from his Quest
I do.
days. The Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone VR.
Yeah.
Yeah, where would you put it? Don't me.
Twilight.
Not.
I don't know enough,
yeah.
but I mean the name gives it like worth
Some power, yeah. But isn't this
Yeah.
already? Is this already out in Quest or is this?
I think
don't
it's
know.
it's a weird ass, like escape, scary, weird. I don't know. For me, I will put it in. Fuck. Either last of waiting see or not interested at the first place.
I think Wait and See as well, but I don't know if last is harsh or not.
What-
But
Wait
yeah,
and
I'm happy to put it
see.
last. I won't lose sleep
Or
over that.
probably mid. After seeing all these other games, maybe mid. It's probably I'm more excited than that than Big Shots, to be honest.
Yeah, but Muzz is big into the mechs, so I'm leaving that up higher. But
Scary-ish looking.
yeah, don't care about genotype, don't care about that. I'll put it behind requisition because I'm kind of interested in requisition.
Not after you see the trailer, but yeah, that's fine.
All right, fine. I'll put it ahead of requisition by 1, but behind mixture.
Yeah.
Ultimate Knockout, which only has a single screenshot of an octagon. However, I read the description on the PlayStation Store, and they're like, "Oh, Unreal Engine 5. It's going to be using all the features of the PSVR2. It's coming out in the third quarter of 2024." But all they have is a screenshot that I could see anyway in the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. I haven't seen anything.
I think
About
wait
this
and see
game,
though,
so.
because I just like the sound of it, and it could be like a UFC style game in PSVR2, which would be kind of unique. It probably wouldn't work very well with kicking and shit, but
I don't know. I say.
Just don't know
for
anything
me,
about it?
We don't know nothing about it. Yeah, because
Alright,
we literally don't
okay,
know fucking
okay,
nothing
okay.
about
It's
it.
just
I
a
don't know
screenshot.
either.
It's just a
There's
screenshot.
another fighting game coming down the line that I know a little bit about it, and it seems more interested in the fucking ultimate.
I think he's gonna get to that one.
The one- unless that's one of the ones that I couldn't make out the name
No,
because
no,
the
no, no, it's
screenshot
coming.
was
It's
clipped.
coming. No, I seen it. I know which one it is.
Oh, this one is the Among Us clone, Imposter VR, Among Game or whatever the fuck it's called. Probably
I'll
cancelled.
say
by
wait.
the way.
I'll see wait and see, but I don't know if that's even coming out. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I don't know.
They missed their chance. They had their
Yeah,
chance before Among Us
Yeah.
came out, and they blew
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, wait and see. I guess. Well, I'll put it at the end though because my expectations are low for it. What the fuck is this? Umorai.
This is probably a Tsuki game.
Umorai Generations or something. Super anime looking. I don't know anything about it.
I don't know either.
Generator.
Generator?
I don't know. I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing about it. Very cool. All right, this next one is the one you're talking about. VRSO. I don't know what the subtitle is. Something knockouts or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Bare knuckle.
it's like bare knuckle
bare knuckle.
fighting.
Bare
I
knuckle.
think.
There it is.
I signed up to their little bitches haven't messaged me. I signed up to their beta, closed beta, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The graphics of this game look pretty good. I'm not saying fucking Firewall, but they look pretty good. It's just a matter of fucking I just want to wait and see. But in my opinion, for me, wait and see in the middle, kind of between the Twilight Zone, because I think this could be fun if they actually make it right and story more and all that stuff. It looks interesting. But
I'm
they
more-
gotta make it feel right. So I'll say wait and see. But I'm more interested in the fucking this and the samurai and the cube one and fucking Among Us
Alright.
shit.
I'm willing to back that up. Muzzy, you have any complaints about that?
No,
All
sounds
right.
good to me.
Wanderer is the next one. Fragments
Wanderer.
of phase or time or whatever the fuck the subtitle is, but it's kind of like it was a PSVR 1 game, but they've kind of like really redone it. It's not just a boost in resolution. They've really gone in there and they've updated models, and it almost looks like a different game.
This is one that I'll say day one for me, but more towards the back. But this is I never played the original, and I'm really excited to finally play it because everyone says it's like one of the greatest games in VR. And it just has a really cool premise, and I want to play it, and I'll be able to play it in really cool looking visuals because they're doing a really good graphical overhaul to it to like make it PSVR2 worthy apparently. So I'm glad I didn't play it on VR1,
Yeah, me too.
and I'll get to play it for the first time.
Some
And I don't really know much about it other than you did from like different periods in history and like your different characters. And that's all you do. Like you're just trying to do like lots of puzzle
it's like
solving and
puzzles,
stuff.
yeah, big puzzle focus.
But like other things too. Like you have like the girl that's like a drummer. I don't know. I'm curious as to like what you do in those kind of situations because like obviously I'm not really, I don't know how to drum like very well. So like if you're like put in a situation where you're at a drum and does it become like a rhythm game where you have to like do like a bit of drumming to like you're like sitting in front of a crowd playing the drums, that one part that seems kind of cool.
I don't know. I don't even know the part you're referencing, but I assume something pops up on the screen to tell you what
it's
to
in
do. No?
it's in the trailer, like it's jumping around, and then suddenly in like the trailer you become like this girl looking in a window, and then she turns around and she's holding the drumsticks, and she hits the drumsticks together, and she's about to start playing,
Or
and
just
then it
mash
like
them,
goes to it.
mash them bad
Yeah.
boys. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about it. I'm going to put it ahead of Arcane Age, but maybe would I put it behind Golf Plus?
I'd put it ahead of Arcane Age, just because of like.
Yeah, that's what it is
I know.
ahead. I've got it ahead of Arcane Age too, but I'm thinking like, should it go ahead of Golf Plus as well, or
Yes.
does the multiplayer of Golf Plus maybe edges?
No, for
No,
me,
I think it's about. I think it's before ahead of golf.
Jack Plus?
for me, where you have it is the multiplayer aspect of me makes it golf more appealing than this game. This game, I agree with most everything. I really want to play it, but at the end of the day, single player games, in my opinion, would not beat good multiplayer games.
I think
For
I
me.
agree with Jackpot, just because the replayability of golf and it'll be something that we'll have in rotation all the time, and like that makes me more excited. Even though I'm sure Wanderer would score
but I-
better, for example.
At the moment though, I don't know enough about golf and if it's going to be a good, like how good it is. Like I don't know enough to like say that, but I can pretty confidently say Wanderer is like one of the top rated games for most people.
Well,
Like
golf
like-
is out on other headsets. I think it is like it's got like decent
okay.
reviews and
played
shit.
it.
well,
played
I
it before, it's
personally, I didn't see enough about like the gameplay, and maybe if I watch some of that and see how it looks, maybe I would be in agreement. But right now, I would say Wanderer just
Okay.
on the pedigree alone of like how good it's talked about makes me more excited.
All right. Well, we'll come back to us and we'll see who was right. Maybe Golf Plus will be utter shit on PSVR 2 for all we know.
Like other multiplayer games, I would put ahead of it. Obviously, I play Aces of Thunder and Ghost of Tabor ahead of it right now. But like, I need to know more about the games to like be excited.
I know you guys are gonna bitch at me, but I'll put Black Hole after Golf Plus. But you guys are bitches.
Too bad. So sad. All right.
Next topic.
No, not next topic. I'm trying to catch up on some comments here. Tsuki says, I don't know crap about hardly any of these. I barely pay attention to these games. I know, Tsuki. It's like,
Yeah.
where did half these come from? You know, I wonder what half them even fucking release.
Popping up out of nowhere.
Movemaster Mix says Wanderer #1 was incredible on PSVR 1. And Killa Sam, how you doing, says Wanderer was great on PSVR 1. So yes, please,
Yeah.
#1.
See, yeah, it has to be up there.
Well, it is day one, 100%.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Winland?
What?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Winlands.
The Windlands 2 is I'm about to talk about it. So where does this go?
Yeah. I agree. Woodlands, I don't know. The Wanderer, I like it where you have it. Woodlands, for me, I'm not interested, but in the top.
Mouse? Windlands?
I'm excited to see more towards the bottom, I guess, for me.
Isn't this kind of like this where you're like a Spider-Man type movement going on in the
Yeah,
world?
you're swinging, which
Yeah.
I wasn't. I never played the first one. It never really appealed to me. Like even though it's supposed to have good swinging, but even like when I was watching people play it, the swinging kind of didn't seem like that fluent. Like I don't know, that it didn't seem like.
I'm putting it behind Zone of the End, or not Zone of the Enders, fucking Twilight Zone.
Yeah, sure.
Does that seem right? All right,
Nope.
we're getting there.
Wait and see. Wait
What
and
do you
see.
mean, nope? What's your problem?
I just don't. It's like Muzz said. I mean, not like it's a shit game, but you see the gameplay, and it's just like, for me, I'm
Well,
not. I'm not
So
interested
drop
at
it
all.
down.
But
Drop it down a couple of notches. Then.
you
Behind
can
Black
drop
Trail.
it down a bit.
one, you can drop it with one. I'll be okay
It's
with
behind
it.
Black Trail, all right?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Next one is 10
work.
Hearts. 10 Hearts.
Not interested.
You're not.
Well,
That one
Wait,
had the
no,
demo that came out.
I'll say wait and see. I'll say wait and see. I'm not gonna be that mean.
Mm,
Because it's like that little.
Wait,
It's like a. It's like a make the little tin guys go where you want them, and it's kind of like a Pikmin almost style, right? Like you control
Yeah,
them and
yeah.
like yeah.
you gotta guide
I think it
them.
might be more like
It's puzzly
what's the
though.
fucking name. Yeah, I think it might be more like that fucking game with the dog. Remember what was the game, the dog, the fucking Humanity? What's it called?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, humanity.
That's like
That
League of
used
Legends,
to-
isn't it?
Well, basically they move in a certain direction all the time, and you have to
Yeah.
guide them based on things instead of because Pikmin is like you just throw your fucking animal things somewhere and they just start busting
Yeah.
balls somewhere. So I
This
think
one
this
is like
more
you have to make a bridge before they get to the edge of the table. Or they're gonna fall. So
exactly.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah.
make
So
a
where-
path for them. You gotta guide them.
Jack, but where do you think this should go?
I'm not excited to see more because I already seen it, but I'll say wait and see.
But
Probably
pretty
right
high
where
up
you
though,
have it.
no? Well,
Yeah,
there's a
maybe-
delay, so don't say that. I don't know where I'm moving
Okay,
it around.
for me, it's fuck, right. A big shots for me, no, but I'll say after big shots.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause it does look really polished, and it looks like
Yeah, it
there's a
looks
lot
really
of-
good, yeah.
A lot of care has gone into it.
Mm-hmm.
The price would be a big one for that for me. Like if it's like a really like a decent like 15 to 20 bucks kind of game,
yeah.
then it's not. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, Medieval Dynasty VR. I think that this one kind of looks decent enough, doesn't it? I don't know if you've seen this.
If you look a little bit like the graphics don't look bad at all, but I mean they don't look great either. But it's just like
Kind of like simulating living in medieval times.
yeah,
Kind
I'll
of.
say
I'll say excited at the back of excited to see more.
I think so too.
yes, yeah.
Like
All right.
if it has really cool physics, like physics based, where you can like your swords like hit against each other and stuff like that. Like it has to be like pretty deep in terms of the.
I don't think it will. I think it's more of the interactions and all that shit than actual fighting and the swords. And if you look at the trailer,
Mm,
there's not a lot of there's combat, but there's not a lot of that. Maybe there is more combat than the trailer, but the trailer they see more like exploration and like the fucking hunting and you do your
Yeah.
sword and all that type of shit. So I don't think it's gonna be that
There's-
much combat, but who knows?
like hunting maybe, like hunting
Yeah.
stuff. Kind of thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Excited to see more at the end, definitely.
Okay. Okay. So the next one's Grimlord, which is the one that we keep hearing is like Dark Souls in VR.
That one's gonna be higher on the excited to see more.
What's it go ahead of though? Because there's some good shit up here.
Yeah, there is.
Ahead of Ultra Wings, maybe.
Yes,
And maybe
for sure.
Happy Funland.
Yes, for sure for me.
What about Undead Citadel? They'd be kind of similar games, the two of them, wouldn't they? They kind of got a similar kind
Um,
of killing skeletons and shit.
I see. These are the ones I always mix up, but I'm pretty sure Grimlord is the one that I'm more excited for. So I would put that ahead of Undead Citadel.
What about you, Jackpot?
Either of them, both the Citadel, just because of the developers and everything. Maybe I would give it the edge, but this Grimlord looks pretty good as well. So either way, either of those spots are okay with me.
I think I'm going to leave it there, just right behind Undead Citadel, because I've heard more good things about Undead Citadel, I think. Whereas every time I hear Grimlord, it's like, it's a Dark Soul-like, but nobody ever says if that's good or bad. You know, they're just saying it's trying to be a Dark Souls.
Grimlord is the good one. It has like the cool crafting too, like where you you find stuff and you put it into like the smelter, and then you can like make new weapons, and then you have this like little like turny like spinning thing that you can like spin around, and all the different weapons that you can select from are like all around it, and then you can like pick one, and then you like bring it over, and then the guy like crafts it for you right there, and then puts it on the table, and you pick up like a new sword. Has that kind of cool
that
shit.
does sound kind of cool. That maybe I'll edge it over on Dead
I
Citadel
think-
then.
Yeah, like it seems like a more
What'd you say?
focused game, I'd say.
What'd you say, Jackpot?
Either of them. I say either
Either?
of them.
Okay,
I'm okay
okay.
with either.
We've only got two left. So Survival Nation is the second last one.
Oh yeah, this game.
So, well, you sound sarcastic every time you say something.
I don't know.
I can't tell if you actually
I don't
know
yeah, I
anything
don't
about
know
us.
if you're-
Or...
You ever seen this game before?
No, but I just saw it there when I was putting this in. But kind of looks like a Stays of Decay type of thing. So,
It looks very silly, but I'm not interested.
There we go.
It's State of Decay, kinda. If you guys ever play that, like kind of survival-ish, kind of zombies. You go outside and find a little, granola bar, and you eat that for fucking health and all that
Delicious.
shit.
What's the name of it again?
Survival Nation.
Survival Nation.
And apparently it was an older game. They just made some improvements on it. But no, I'm not interested, but I will say after the Operation Serpents, probably.
You won't put it ahead of Operation Serpents?
No.
Okay.
After the Operation Serpents.
Okay. All right.
This one is only single player, right?
I don't really know
think
anything
so,
about
yeah.
it. I don't really know
Yeah,
anything.
I
I
think
like
so.
most of these games that you have and not interested.
Yeah.
I would have and don't know anything about it.
Well,
Because
Yeah.
I don't know so many
You're
of them.
welcome.
There's so many
You're
of them I don't
welcome.
know. What's the
Look at
stuff?
this. All these different fucking.
I will put it in the wait and see category, but there's no space left, so
So, do you know the?
Okay.
Well, no. I'll just if you put in another one, I'll just make another row. So don't worry about that.
yeah.
I thought there was two more, but actually the last image I have is that screenshot from Bulletstorm developers giving their announcement of how
Not
they're going to fix the game. So not interested. The bottom of not interested. There you go. That's everything.
After Stealth.
It's after Stealth. That's where it is. That's not even a game, but there you go. And that's it. 60 games ranked. I don't think it was very scientific. I think we knew 50% of the games, maybe.
The most
think-
accurate top list, the ranking system
Honestly-
you'll ever see.
Now, honestly, I think if people that know about these games, if they look at this list, I don't think we did bad at all. I think the lists are pretty,
Okay.
for our opinion. But
But what, looking at this list now, what do you think this says about the states of PSVR2? Do you think
The
it's in
same
a?
thing
It's,
that we
are you
are
looking at? You're
with
thinking.
that.
Do you look at this and say, "Oh, this is healthy," or do you look at this and say, "Oh, there's only 7 games"? And
No,
they'd have day
no.
one,
I mean,
or
I
it's 'cause
I would say right now, if you're looking at this in terms of like ranking the quality of where we are at with VR2, like in a ranking from 1 to 10, I would say we're at like a 7.
okay.
Yeah, I'll say the same thing. I mean, we're not there VR wise, right? So I think this is what we unfortunately should expect, but I don't think it's bad. Like all the excited to see more, they look pretty solid, dude. It's not like they look really solid. They can be really, really jump to day one, probably any day. And these waiting sees, some of them might be interested as well. Obviously,
Yeah,
don't know
And a
about
lot of the
anything,
ones I don't know about either. Like all the ones I don't know.
but I don't think there's a fucking. And one of these don't know anything about. I highly doubt that. Oh my God, order robots. Fuck man, we missed that one. That needs to be day one. I don't think any of
Probably
these
not.
games that we said don't know anything about. So I think overall it's okay. I don't think it's bad. Obviously we would like to see more shit, but obviously this is not it. We can get fucking tomorrow news at another game.
Yeah, obviously. But I'm just saying, as we stand right now today.
Yeah, that's fine.
But there's also
fine.
another interesting thing to take note of here, and I could be wrong, but I think in this entire list, Aces of Thunder might be the only PSVR2 exclusive. I could
Yeah,
definitely
that's
be
talk
wrong.
about it. I'm not that.
Listen, it matters because I paid €600. I want games that are built for this thing. Listen, Quest ports are fine, but I don't want to have to rely on Quest ports all the time.
Right, but you need to.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you, so
I know,
they don't care
I
about.
know, but I give a
spending
fuck
the
about
money.
me. If they want me to buy a
Yeah.
PSVR3, they better treat me right for the PSVR2.
But you will.
All
You're
right?
like this. Like you're like the fucking Nintendo people. Why the fuck is a new game, Zelda game, cost $70 Because they can. Because they know they're gonna buy
Yeah, but the
fucking game. Regardless.
Horizon is
So
already
you-
half price. Horizon's probably already down to 50 or 40, and it'll keep dropping. Nintendo games don't drop, but PlayStation ones do drop. All right, so if you don't
Because
want
people
Horizon,
will
they just
still
wait
pay
and buy
for
it.
it.
That's not.
You're
What's
just
that got?
not as
That's irrelevant.
brainwashed
What's that got to do with anything? That's like.
because you're not as brainwashed as the fucking Nintendo people are. You
Yeah,
still
I know.
buy
I
the
agree with
PSVR
that.
3 regardless of
But there's
if
not.
it
I
doesn't
don't.
give
There's
you
not.
your
If
money's
there
worth.
even is a PSVR 3. If there even is a PSVR 3.
There is
Well,
one.
whether you like Zelda games or not, I mean, they're at least quality games that you can say are like made well.
Yeah, 100%.
No, they're
100%.
great. They're great.
like-
I just don't see the excuse
But-
of having to pay an extra $10 just because everybody else is charging and you can.
Like
'Cause
Mario Kart 8 is
Yeah.
still full price. Like that's and that
There
game
you
was on
go.
Wii U.
Yeah.
That game was on Wii U, and then they remade it for Switch, and it's still full price.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
people fucking pay for it. That's
So
the
It's got
problem.
Nintendo tax.
The-
Nintendo tax.
See, the problem with this list is like we're missing like the 2 or 3 big Sony made games. Like where are those?
Yeah.
Like
Right.
if this game was standing on its own, it's not like the greatest. But this list mixed with like 2 or 3 like really big IPs that Sony's making that are announced, then this would look great because it's like you have the like big high end AAA games coming out, and then sprinkled with like some of the
Yeah.
AA games and single
What
A
are
games.
what are the exclusives that we have on the
We need,
VR2 besides Firewall? And if you wanna
Firewall,
count down
Horizon, Resident Evil
Horizon
Ace,
trash,
Resident Evil
bro.
Ace, Resident Evil 4. Why don't you let me
Gran
get the words
Turismo.
out? Gran Turismo 7. See, the thing you notice about most of them exclusives is that they're hybrids, and they tend to be
Unfortunately.
like really high quality. So like, where's the hybrids on this list? You know?
Sony, we just need to wait for Sony to like actually say what the hell they're doing, if they even are doing anything. But like they're sitting on things still like Astrobot, and
Yeah.
I can't imagine that they're not going to make another Astrobot. Like how the hell, if they don't make another Astrobot, then I would say VR is like just not even on their radar, like at all.
Yeah.
Because like there's no reason why they wouldn't, other than just like we give up, we don't want to do anything.
Tasuki says, I saw a good amount of games to look forward to, but also where the AAA or Sony first-party games. I say,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Warham says 2 or 3 big Sony VR games is too much. That's like how many of the flat PS5 games get a year. But see, it doesn't even have to be ground-up VR games. If we're just talking about
Right.
Resident Evil 4, that game was already out. Just get the VR mode into us. Like Sony need to start doing this with like The Last of Us or Uncharted or their own stuff as well, you know?
I don't think they'll fuck with that. They're bitches. They won't even
Well, I know
want to
that.
touch
I
that
know
with
that.
a fucking stick.
For what we want. Tasuki says, I mean, if we added like Helldivers 2 in VR from Sony and like one more Sony first party game to that list, we are good. Helldivers 2 in VR would be awesome and we would play it all the time. We would, because it's co-op and it would just have endless replayability. Okay, but I think we're done with this list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish Devour
7.
was on this list.
What
Yeah.
when is the 1 year anniversary of PlayStation VR 2 is coming up, right? February, early
22nd.
February.
22nd.
No, late February, 22nd.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be pretty sad if we get to the 1 year anniversary before Sony actually comes out saying like, this is what we have coming out like on a schedule.
Man, get
Like
ready to be sad.
here's
Get ready to be
yeah.
sad, Muzz.
I am very ready.
I'm still very listen. I'm very happy with how year 1 was. It's just that I'm
course.
worried. I'm worried
Yeah.
about year 2, 3, and 4. You know.
Yeah.
We had fucking. I don't think we should be. I mean, worried because Sony's are bitches, and we always gotta know about that. But in the scheme of things, I don't think we should be that worried because we fucking, even though people are idiots, oh, there's no games. Fuck, man. There's a lot of games. There's a lot of fucking good games. Like we talk about Muzz. Oh, we have this type of game. Now we just need this. We have a lot of fucking options in just 1 year. Regardless if it's Quest ports, I don't give a fuck.
No,
we have
I'm-
a lot of games, but I agree with you. I wish we have more, more to look forward. But I think there was a really good year overall, and I'm not worried
Yeah.
about the next couple years. I don't think we're gonna get bangers like it's gonna be amazing Sony. No, but I don't think they're just gonna abandon us. Or I think we're still gonna get the Resident Evils. We're gonna get one thing here and there, but I don't think we should, unfortunately, expect or depend on exclusives from Sony because we know we can't fucking count on them. So
I don't like me personally. I'm happy with VR. Like right now, like I have more than I can play. Like I don't have enough time to play the games that I have right now. So like I'm not dying for like more content to play that I just need to add to my more backlog that I have to get to. So myself, I'm happy with where PlayStation VR is right now, and I have enough to play for quite a while. But I know that's just me, and I want VR to do good. And there's a lot of people out there that play a lot more games than me that are waiting for more content. And I know that it needs more for those kind of players to keep VR going. So, like, I need the big announcements, not so much for myself. I need the big announcements for just PlayStation VR2 in general.
Yeah.
Okay,
like for
I got you back on the screen, by the way.
Okay.
So stop picking your nose, Jackbot.
Like-
But yeah, my thing with Sony is the worry that I have is that we had that big Insomniac leak where they revealed their plans for the next 10 years and not a single viewer thing was mentioned in that. So
Yeah.
that was very disappointing.
But what's the studio that made Astro again? Think of it
It's
as
Team Asobi.
Team Asobi. So like we don't know what the hell they're doing, right?
No,
like
no.
they're
There's a good chance they're
they're-
working on Astrobot. Like, yeah.
Exactly. Like it's not like they're not doing anything. They don't have a studio like that just sitting there like with their feet up, like twiddling their fingers. Like, when are Sony gonna call us to like tell us to work on something?
Yeah.
They got to be doing something.
LSP
So, like,
says, he says, I mean, come on, you got GT7, Resident Evil 8, and Ori 4 remake, and those are great games, and that's why I'm delighted with year one. Like, year one, PSVR 2, like, shits on the first half of the life cycle of PSVR 1, I think. But we still have we can't just depend on those games forever. Like, we need to see Sony, and even if they say 2025 a cool game is coming out, that's fine. Just to know that we have.
Yeah, something to look forward to
yeah.
from Sony. They just need to announce it. Maybe they're waiting for the anniversary. Maybe they'll have like a VR state of play like on the 22nd of February, where there's like
Blog post,
let's-
a quick little blog post. We sold 2 million units.
Every time you guys are like, oh, we might
Hey.
get this. Like, you guys are
It's a good blog
like,
post.
no,
It's a blog post.
reality blog post
Alright.
if we're lucky.
If we're lucky,
All
as
right,
always, yeah.
whatever. Whatever. I give up. I give up. I don't care.
Melanor is here. How you doing, Mjolnir? He says, just joined, so I don't know what I've missed, but Ghost of War for me looks like it's going to be the game that will dominate 2024, and that and Breachers win competitive drops. Ghost of War, I think we had third. Did we have third? I think we had a third in our list of like day one games. It was up there.
already.
It was up there. Go back in the video, you'll see we put it up really high. So we just got the last thing is the fax machine to deal with. All right, so let me just play that intro. Shut your dirty little mouths.
It's that time again
Sucks.
for questions and
All right, here we
topics
go.
submitted by our viewers. So let's go to our fax machine and see what we have.
Where's that
Fax me harder, Daddy. I've been a bad boy.
You're a slut.
Nice. Mjolnir's considering a name change. Don't worry, it's perfectly easy. Jackbot's the only person I know who can't say that. We've all seen
his name
Thor.
is
We've all
fucking
seen Thor. Have you not seen the Thor movies? Mjolnir's the name
I
of his
haven't.
hammer.
I haven't seen.
Crazy.
I haven't seen.
It's
Thor.
crazy.
I think I saw the first one, but that's it. I don't remember. Trash movie.
Anyway, we've got 3 questions. The first one is from Pete, aka the Governor Viewer. He says, a question for each of you. If you had to pick 4 other channel members to be at your side in a real competitive paintball match, who would you pick and why?
Like going out to a paintball field and playing.
Yeah,
Not
like a
the
real
game?
in real life, yeah.
With anybody else that we play
Someone
with,
in the
just
pump, somebody in the pumpkin patch, I guess is what he says.
4 people in the pumpkin patch.
Any 4.
I would say Brave, Sir Robin.
Okay, that's a good choice.
I would say Tasuki.
Interesting.
Really?
Interesting.
Yep.
Tasuki, huh?
And I would say Deadeye, but I mean he'd like probably pass out or get like
Stroke.
hurt, so yeah, probably not Deadeye. See, I don't know how your guys. I can't picture how you guys would be like actually playing paintball. I actually played a lot of paintball. I used to
I
play.
I played paintball when I was like 15,
I used
16.
to play a lot of paintball. I had paintball guns. I played airsoft a lot.
Yeah, I have
I still have
Star,
my
yeah.
airsoft gun in like a case that it's probably been in there packed up for years and years, not touching it. Maybe Donnie. I think Donnie maybe. I don't know. Donnie doesn't. I don't know. Donnie seems like an outdoors kind of like.
You haven't said why. Why are you picking them?
Donnie's gonna be drunk on that. Them drinking them ice chips, them alcoholic ice
Yeah.
chips.
Yeah.
Tsuzuki says, "I would be
I
Moses
would-
Meat Shield."
I would say Rogue.
Okay, interesting choices.
And who is who?
You've got
who asked the
4.
question?
You've got 4. That's the
Okay, I'll take Donnie. I'll take Donnie out and put Millenarian because he asked the question. And I'm just
Damn,
gonna-
Donnie.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Get
don't know.
substituted. Get substituted.
Yeah.
Die.
I just don't know if Donnie's much of an outdoors kind of guy. So
All right. I'm gonna go with mine now. Okay. I'm gonna say Jackpot because he's young, probably somewhat athletic. He says he used to play the old soccer ball back in the day. Decepticon seems like he would be like a agile.
Nah.
No, yeah, 100% Decepticon. He'd be crafty, you know. He'd probably be like in the ghillie suit, blended into the leaves and the
Yeah,
grass,
It's
and
like
he
that fucking
springs out.
goblin that will like fucking find the little creeks and like.
He
the
doesn't
little
even use the
weird
gun.
shit.
He doesn't even use the gun. He just like scrapes you with his nails. And then two more. I want someone with like, I was gonna say like a Dan or a Germ to bring in like the bit of wisdom. You know, you have a bit of experience in the team. I think they're like,
That's
you
what I
need a
was thinking,
tactician.
Jedi.
You need a tactician.
Yeah.
I think one of them lads would be good for that. So maybe I'm gonna say Germ because you were thinking Deadeye. Deadeye, and then I need a fourth, and my fourth would be. I'm not gonna say Mojo because he's no longer in the patch, but he was good with the 50 cal.
that doesn't mean anything when you're playing actual paintball.
That's true.
When you're playing,
But he's
when
just
you're
like quick.
playing paintball,
That's just quick. No recoil to worry about. So that's
Yeah.
like, you know.
maybe.
You know what, Tasuki as well, because how fucking sick he is on one in the chamber in Pavlov. It's all about the quick reactions.
See, you should have picked me. I would have won the match for you. Now you're gonna lose.
I'm sorry, Muzz.
Too bad. Too bad for you.
I'm sorry, Muzz. You being the substitute, you being the reserves. But no, I like
Not
the
to brag,
the
but
team.
not-
I've got
not-
a team
not
of
to brag,
different
but-
elements.
I was honestly good at paintball and playing airsoft. I did a lot.
Okay. Okay. Well, with that information, then I'd probably take Tasuki out and put Muzz in. This is new information that's come to light. Jackpot, who are you putting in? That's four. I got four. didn't I?
Granted, this is ages ago, so I might be rusty, but I think it would come back to me.
You're in your 40s, aren't you, Muzz?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. See, this is
This was back in my like mid 20s, early to mid 20s. I used to
Okay.
play like a lot of paintball.
all right. Jackpot.
I say the first one will probably be again Decepticon, just because of the fucking weird crafty, because he always just do the.
He'd
weird
throw
shit.
sand. He'd
He'll
throw
probably
sand
be
at
able to-
somebody's eye.
He'll throw his arms in his
Pocket
eyes,
sand.
or, like,
Pocket sand, pocket sand,
Some weird.
blind.
I'm thinking either.
He could make screaming noises in the woods. You just hear.
Scare the
He
shit
thinks
out
somebody
Just
thinks it's a
hurry up.
woman. You know. Someone goes through.
No, we're like laughing. Is that Steve-O? Is that Steve-O?
Steve, yeah, there you go. All distraction techniques.
No, probably him because of all that shit. I'm thinking also we need somebody that does tactics, and for the most part, I was gonna say Robin, but I feel like Muzz for the most part is the one that doesn't want to fuck around, and when we're fucking around, he's like, "Stop fucking around, like let's go this way." So I feel like we need somebody that gets their shit together. So I think Muzz, Decepticon. I need two more. Pumpkins, just because we need somebody to make fun of and like a shield or something. You know, go out there, go
Keep
that way, just go
morale,
around.
keep the
that way.
morale up high.
And then
You know the jokey guy always dies first, though, right?
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
just how it is. That's just how it is. That's
That
your.
means I
so
don't have
that's
to.
it, right? That's four of
I
us.
don't
Or
have to
then you
talk to
pick
Jack.
four
No, no,
people
you need
besides
four,
me.
like a 5-man team, so you need to pick a fourth.
Oh shit.
I think.
Fuck. I don't know.
All right.
I
there
say
you go.
chopped. I'll do chopped.
Chopped. Damn.
Oh,
That fella,
I forgot all about that.
He'd be coughing up a lung after. Well, you would be as well, actually. Coughing up a lung after 2 minutes.
Chop's the man.
All
Chop
right,
will be my
all right.
fourth.
All right, there you go. Peace. Next question is from Ellis.
All right, nobody picked Pete. We're a bunch of bitches. Sorry, Pete. You
We
know,
don't play enough
Oh,
with Peace. We don't play enough with him. Like that's why we don't see
Yeah.
his skills in
we don't
action. We don't know.
Unfortunately, he's on the other side of the pond. The time.
If we were in
He's probably-
Australia, if we were based in Australia where there's like reptiles in
Nah.
play and whatnot,
Right.
Well, that's
Or
why I
if we
picked
were to
Road.
play
That's why I
a
picked
game-
Road. He has the outback experience.
oh
He
yeah,
has
never
like
mind,
the,
never mind. Rogue beats him there then.
If it's Satanist stuff or scary stuff, I'll call Pete.
All right.
He's He's the expert.
LSB's question is next. He says, do you think Jackpot makes accurate predictions about game releases, or is he full of shit? I think he's full of shit. I think he's gotten lucky once or twice, and that's all he'll ever do. And if Phasmophobia comes out in February, I'll give him the props. You know, I'll be like, okay, fair play.
You
got it
don't
right.
give me the props.
I'll give you the props. I'll give you the
The
props.
exact date at the
No.
exact
I'm
hour
telling
at
you
the
right
exact
now,
second.
if it comes out anytime in February.
It's not going to come out in February.
What you mean it's not coming out in February? This is the
Last
first
time we
time you've
talked-
ever said this.
No. Last time we talked a couple
my
days ago, we
God.
talked about this, and I say I
can't change
play
your mind.
Phasmophobia.
No.
I play Phasmophobia.
Yeah, but you can't change your mind like
and
that.
There's no reason. What do you mean?
You
Based on
can't
what I
change your mind.
say, of course I can.
No,
no.
whatever your first
Listen.
prediction is set in stone. You
Listen,
can't,
I'm
you don't-
gonna fucking nib it on the butt right
It's
now.
not a prediction.
Okay?
It's not a prediction then.
It's not a prediction. What I'm doing
Ah,
is
no.
I'm trying to listen, I know everything. I know the future. I'm just trying to fucking guess based on playing the game and based on what I'm thinking they're gonna do. And I've gotten lucky in a lot of them. So you
Like
guys
one
haven't
or
lucked.
two.
Okay, no. I told you I'm not gonna go over this again. I said Breaches was coming. You always trying to go.
You said
into
November.
semantic.
You
No,
said
it's
November.
not.
That's not a semantic.
Shut the fuck
You
up.
said it was coming
Shut the
November. It
fuck
came out
up.
in December. That's
No.
it.
Okay, how many have you got right? How
I
many
don't
have you
make
predicted?
predictions. I don't make predictions.
Exactly.
I don't go around saying
I
I'm
do.
Mystic Meg. I don't go around telling people I'm Mystic Meg. and
I
get
do.
everything
I
right.
am.
You're
I am.
not. You're a fraud.
Listen, I
You're
said
a fraud.
Madison. Shut up. And you see LSB, why are you fucking causing all these issues? Call me Mr. Cleo from now on. Those are my
Nobody's
pronouns.
going to call you that. Nobody's calling you that.
Fuck
All right, can we go to the last question, please?
Do it.
Yes.
Brave Sir Robin is the last question. He says, would you accept a government job to use your virtual reality headset to take control of a mechanized killing machine like the Terminator to fight in a war or secret missions?
Sounds exhausting.
So,
Would I take a job from the military to do
from
that?
the government,
From the government.
which will be military.
Now-
also.
Depends. Who
It,
am I
it depends.
beating?
It depends. Yeah, it depends on who the opponents are. Like, are they?
Assuming the American, the Canadian government would contact you, Mus. So, you know,
Right,
who's,
but I
who's-
mean,
who's
just in
Canada's
terms-
enemies?
Shoot out. Ooh.
Our mech would be
Americans.
like a bicycle with some kind of thing around it.
A muscus with the bayonets attached to the front.
with some paintball guns like strapped to the side of it shooting. And I'm just controlling it with the remote control. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I hate my current job, so I'm going to say yes.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes just on the option that the people that were attacking are
Bad guys.
actually bad guys that are deserving of this combat, not like
What if it's a
wiping out.
morally grey situation, Muzz? What if it's a situation
No,
where there's
no.
one bad guy in a building, an Osama bin Laden, if you will, and you got to go in with your Terminator and he's got a bomb, but his family's in there too. You got to take them out as well. They're technically innocent, you know?
The lateral damage.
Yeah,
No, probably not.
probably not.
Yeah, I don't think
He's
I'll
failed the
put them
test, War Room, all right? We can cancel it. He's
If-
failed the test. The interview section is over. Sorry, Muzz.
I'm not gonna get a phone call. I'm
No,
damn.
no, you're not.
Damn.
And Jackpot,
in. What?
would you take this job?
I mean, if they pay me a lot of money, it depends on what I gotta kill. Sure, why not?
Sure.
That's it.
Why not?
He's gonna get a phone call tomorrow.
Yeah, he passed. He passed. You didn't.
That's who.
Don't be jealous,
That's who
alright?
Brave. That's who Brave has been this whole time, like an undercover military recruitment. He was just kind of gauging us this whole time of playing with us in VR, and then
Yeah.
this is popping the question to find out if we're willing to do this.
Well, me
The
and
questions have been so much different lately. There's no penis talk. There's no
yeah, I'm
fucking
really disappointed.
body
I'm
fluids.
really disappointed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know what's
get
happening.
your minds in the gutter more, guys.
Yeah,
Get-
come on.
It was body fluids.
Nothing
fucking
about
head
discharge.
test talk,
Nothing
all
about
kinds of
discharge
shit.
at all. So
you're
disappointed.
Fucking gross.
Anyway, thank you for your fax machine questions. Probably not. Me and Jackpot won't be here next week. We'll be having our new government job, so I'm gonna be giving the channel over to Muzz. Muzz is gonna be running the show from here on out. So we'll see you
All
next
right.
Tuesday for that.
It's gonna become a channel talking about hockey and serve, guys.
Sounds good. Whatever you want. Got to do better than what I did.
Yeah.
All right, lads. I'm going to end the stream. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't done this already.
Longest episode ever.
Is it 3 hours?
Yeah, it's like
Ran
fucking
on.
8
3
o'clock.
hours.
By 7, we're
It
done.
rambled on. It rambled
All
on.
right,
I'm gonna go
all right.
now.
That's
Bye,
all I'm gonna
everybody.
say. All right, bye-bye. Good luck.
What the fuck is this?
Good luck for what?
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Goodbye.